Shit, I just realized I
Hey,
don't remember anybody's names.
hey, what's happening, everybody?
So,
Hey, I just had a mild panic attack because my camera turned off right before we started.
I noticed that, and I was like, "Damn it, Jonathan, get that camera worked out."
that's classic
I
John.
did. I did.
Classic.
Vintage John.
So we are back with some more sticky business as we play through the Slithering by Paizo. Before we start this off, I want to say that we had a great combat last time. We did some healing off air because nobody cares to hear that. I don't even know why we do it on the regular podcast, only to hear Timmy with his obscene healing. It's just a textbook. This is how you heal good. Yeah, so we're getting back into it. I do want to start this off though because I have a story to tell, and I want to hear some other ones. What's a really embarrassing thing now in your life that you kind of laugh about now? What really embarrassing thing happened to you that you're like, oh, it's kind of funny now? Nobody's comfortable talking about it, huh?
No, you should have had us prepare it. I don't know.
Yeah, because I have to actually think now.
I usually block that shit out.
Yeah.
I'll tell mine. It's really funny. So I was my godmother is very she's very strict in her rules. She's a lovely woman, very very kind, but she does have a very strict code. And there was one time that me, her son, and then her stepson, we were all hanging out, and he had like I think we were playing with like these like juggling batons or something like that, and he wanted to just juggle two of them, but we had three. So he put the third one in between his legs, and then me being 9 or 10, was like, haha, Dylan has a big dick, or geez, Dylan has a big dick, and it was hilarious. And then she comes down and she was like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't say anything." She was like, "I know you said something. What did you say?" I was like, I didn't. No, I was just, I'm like all ashamed and embarrassed and stuff like that. And I was like, I said Dylan had a big dick. And she was like, okay, I didn't. That's not what I was talking about. The big dick thing is like funny, but no. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, did you say Jesus? And I was like, no, I said jeez. And she was like, oh, all right, never mind. I just walked away.
Oh, geez, ma'am. I was just talking about Dylan's massive tally right there.
I was just...
Oh man.
So looking back on that now, I was like, it was literally just 5 minutes of me going, I didn't say anything. I didn't say something about Dylan's dick. It wasn't even what she was talking about.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think when I was like, this would have been back when I was like 8 or something. I accidentally walked into like the women's restroom in a fast food restaurant. I was like I was devastated. Like,
oh yeah, that's like
yeah,
really
I thought
scary.
I thought I was going to jail. But it was just, you ran back out. You're devastated for like 30 minutes, and you're like, oh, it was an accident.
All right, nobody found out. I think I'm safe.
You were how old, John? Like 8?
Yeah.
Mistake.
Yeah, maybe a little bit older. It would have been suspicious.
Yeah, that would have been an issue.
Yeah.
Man, I think for me, and this is something I kind of always laughed about, but it's still embarrassing, is that whenever I get too drunk, I always fall asleep with my pants down around my ankles on the toilet. Wherever I am, I pass out on toilets because I don't lay down because then I'll throw up. So I just sit on toilets and throw up, and then I fall asleep.
That's a safe spot, though.
That's responsible.
Yeah, I know.
It's a very responsible safe spot.
Yeah, but if anyone else needs to use the bathroom, it's kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
Just have two bathrooms. Problem solved.
Yeah.
This is Kelly's getting drunk. Getting drunk bathroom. Everyone else can use the other ones.
This is my party toilet.
Yeah.
When I get too drunk, I fall asleep on toilets, and I sober up just bare ass on some stranger's toilet. Tim's found me there before. He had to drive me home once.
That was quite a time. The little did everyone know, but Kezra is based off of the real Kelly.
Yeah.
But say it reminds you of something. I just couldn't figure out what it was.
It all makes sense now.
It's Kelly pre getting married and having kids and having responsibilities.
Yeah. Oh, I was married for the last one.
Oh, okay.
That was like a year or two ago. Year and a half ago or something. But yeah, Kezra and I have a kinship.
Back in our EDM concert days.
Back before the plague.
Yeah.
All right,
before
so
music-
I remembered my embarrassing but funny story now.
Uh-huh.
This is like a classic. So I might have been like 7 or 8, like around the John years of embarrassment. And my mom, I think, had gotten into like baking bread or something, and she like made a loaf, and it was like a fresh loaf of bread for dinner, and I was so pumped. And I remember like everyone, my whole family's at the dinner table. My mom puts the bread on the table, and I'm like, that bread looks so sexy.
That's fantastic.
I was like, what did you say?
Talking about the hot ass and that hot ass.
Literally, buns.
Gosh, that's
And I
great.
realized that was not the appropriate adjective for bread.
I don't know, if a bread looks really good, I might call it sexy.
Fresh out of the oven.
I mean, at least if you didn't moan when you said it, right? Didn't recreate American Pie.
That bread. Oh man, how many people have watched those now? Are they old yet?
I think that's just us.
No, I
Yeah.
It's just our generation.
Oh man, yeah, that was one of the first like adult films that I had watched, and I
Mhm.
remember just like some of those things. I was like, wow, adults are weird. And then I grew
But
up
then
and I
you're
was
like,
like,
oh.
oh, they're perverts. I get it. All right.
See, coming up with something embarrassing in my past, it's like I'm trying to remember one, but a recent one that actually happened, I don't know, like 8 years ago. God, which is right out of college. No. Anyway, so I definitely used to drink a lot more at one point during college. And afterwards, I thought I had a decent tolerance and proceeded to try to get with someone. And, like, okay, so the whole thing is I know him, and we're just didn't know her father was also a frat boy in his young days. And so he basically challenged me to a drinking contest.
Hmm.
Oh no.
And involved me completely not remembering anything that night, except I woke up on their couch in their sunroom with my belt off and surrounded by toast.
There are less comfortable
Toast?
situations to wake up in.
Yeah.
Oh, true. But I felt so like I was like, I don't remember any of this. But apparently she was regaling the entire night back to me and was like, well, you see, you passed out, but then he passed out right afterwards, so it kind of worked. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't feel as bad, but I also couldn't drive for like another 12 hours after I woke up.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so
It is an interesting bonding moment with a girl's father, though.
oh
when you
yeah,
pass
like
out drinking.
Yeah.
oh god, it was well, like, because the thing is, he opened up the $50 bottle of bourbon, and I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah, I'm gonna drink
Oh.
some of that. And
Yeah.
then his brother, then his son-in-law came and was like, hey, I brought like beer from PA, and I was like, wow, okay, I have some of that, and
And then he brought out the Coke, and you were like,
yeah, I'll have some of that.
When in Rome.
Oh yeah, but that was probably the most recent thing I could think of, honestly.
I don't really have like a specific thing that like I'm really embarrassed about, but I can tell you that I was probably the last kid in like when I was younger that gave up pretending to be a dinosaur. I was probably the last kid who stopped doing that.
I still do that.
Yeah.
I hung on to that for much longer than I should have. And I'm pretty sure I was running the playground when kids were on to play kickball, and I was like, nah, I'm a velociraptor. You know, like, let's go. And
that is one cool thing about having kids, that you get to do all those things again with no
it's been
shame.
great.
Yeah, with
It's
no
been
shame.
great.
See, Jed, I don't remember that phase in school. So I guess you grew out of that when I met you in high school.
Probably.
Well, the reason why I want to say that is because another really embarrassing thing is when a player makes a character that doesn't have the right equipment to fight slimes.
Oh, Must be talking about Krieg.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Go away, Krieg.
4/5 of this party have very good ways of helping out. Jeremy really just has knowledge. However,
You mean the fisherman dog isn't equipped to fight slime?
If there's one thing I learned that G.I. Joe taught me is that knowing is half the battle, okay?
Knowledge
Yep.
is power.
And then the other half is violence.
Yes,
yeah,
that too.
yeah,
I mean,
Where
definitely.
we come in.
Yeah.
But I did want to say, last time when you guys ended in the, what's it called now?
Citadel or something?
In the Shrine of Grandmother Grace, which you happen to know is actually just the colloquial or the local interpretation of Sarenrae.
Mhm.
Which is a really cool way to look at it. Usually Sarenrae is this like goddess of fire with a scimitar, and she's this like angelic thing. But for some reason, wherever they happen to learn it, this little sect of it just see her as this very gentle, and forgiving older woman. So same deal, just different statue, pretty much.
Saren Ray in her retired days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just a few few decades down the road. But you ended the fight by fighting off these Osher jellies, and
Oh,
I will give Tim that the pew leg that he picked up. I will count that as a club. So you now have a mundane small
Oh.
club.
Nah, +1. Damn. It's a +1 striking. Pew.
Yeah. The Griskus here, he picks it up and he's like, "Oh, this will be good. Let me furnish it up for you." And he takes out a sander and just starts going away at it. Now you have a nice baseball bat.
Oh, it was
Is that
probably
a
better
belt
before when
sander
it would
in your
give
pocket?
all the slime.
Was that Wonder Boy on it?
Yeah. But we
Right,
ended with you guys defeating these two Osher jellies, and now Grishus is just standing there, and he said, and I quote, "God, I fucking hate slimes."
written right
That's
in
in
the Paizo,
everyone.
written right in the Paizo adventure path.
Yep.
Even Pies is like, we know.
Yeah. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks.
Alright,
We get it.
So, Dr. Brick starts coming over and patching both himself and everybody else who was hurt up. And he goes to Dr. Greshuk and he's just like, "So you say this happened to you multiple times? Just people turning the slimes around you?"
Yeah, it's some curse I got after I met with Matala. She came to me and asked me for help, but I unfortunately have not been blessed with divine magic from Grandmother Grace. I am just a humble worshipper.
We need to find this Matala. I think that should be our next priority.
I will say, I will interject here. You remember that Numu, the elven woman, said that Matala died in her arms.
Oh, right. We need to
Oh,
find.
Right.
yeah.
We need to find Kalibi, her employer.
Right. So, yeah, Grisuk said that Matala mentioned something about Kalibi, and he was like, "Oh, maybe I'll go find a job with them," since he felt he needed to pay penitence by getting an honest job. But Numu did say that before she died, Matala spoke the words "Crimson Asp." So
Right.
now you guys have 3 leads. The leads are Crimson Asp, the last words of Matala to Numu. The name Kalibi, whoever this person is, according to Grisuk. And then you also learned from what's his name? Batsulan. He was the
Asshole.
He was an asshole. He was
Yeah.
a huge asshole.
Totally.
He had said that he actually sent some of his followers to go quarantine in a storehouse of the now defunct East Mawining Mining Company.
Ah, Jesus.
So, what do you want to do?
We have a key, right, from Matala after she turned into an ooze.
Correct. Yeah, she had a
And-
key.
So, did we want to go to her house? she lived in the city, right?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she was a local.
So we could either go to her house or look around for this Kalibi person, or go to the mining company. What do you all think?
And just check in to see how many spells I have left, just in case.
He
I
was
should
also wanting to point out that I am almost tapped on spells.
Hmm.
Be...
You might
I
want
see.
to-
And Diplomate's like, I think I could partake a little bit further. But judging from how these, well, people can just burst into these hideous jellies at any time, we have to be very careful.
And Krieg limping up, and he's limping much heavier now than he was before. He's expended so much energy, and he's just going to start like yelling at Doberman. He's like, "Why did you get so close, you idiot?"
It's the only practical way to do damage at this point. I wasn't going to launch a fireball into our companions, of course,
Why?
because I'm a hero. And he just trips Krieg.
Krieg is literally just upset at his brother for taking damage.
Yeah, I mean,
Doc-
yeah,
Dr. Brick just comes in and just like separates you two. Stop fighting little lizards.
thank you, Dr. Brick. Your touch was very, very healing.
Oh, I'm very good at what I do.
Yes. But I mean, Doublemane could keep going, but but the fact is, like two people rushed up and immediately turned into these giant, like large things that could, God, one-shot somebody or two-shot someone. Jeez.
Yeah, it seems pretty chaotic. However, this thing is spreading, it looks like it doesn't seem like it has much of a pattern. Now, the only thing you do know is that it only affects humans.
Wait, that's something we definitely know.
Yeah, because it's only because when you were debating with Batsalan, it was one of the points that was brought up, but was that the humans themselves were turning into slimes.
Yeah,
And that's
I
why,
said that.
and that's why they needed you to help, because you wouldn't be affected by it.
Oh, yeah, I said that, and I was kind of talking out my ass on that one, but okay, that works.
Look at that! You did so well without realizing it.
Well, yeah, I was like, well, I've only seen humans explode. The correlation. So
Dr.
we're... Sorry, continue.
Dr. Brick's like, since you guys are spent, maybe we should save the mining company for tomorrow. But I think we could probably go find this Khalidi or check out Motala's house.
Yes, I think going over to her house would be a wise decision. I think it would reveal more information about her and perhaps better prepare us for the fights ahead.
Sounds good to me.
I will come.
Yes, this seems like a good idea.
All right, so Gressuk, and he gives you the directions of where she where her house was, and so you guys get some general directions, and you make it to a nice lower middle class sort of housing, and yeah, you go up and it's some of those like stacked like apartment buildings, and she's on the first floor. Apparently, her house is on the first floor, I should say.
Oh, that's good.
That's helpful.
Hey, don't have to walk as far.
We had right.
Do
Hey,
what?
well,
All right.
we knock.
You knock. You don't hear anything.
I use the key.
The key does not fit.
Oh, interesting.
Are there any like neighbors or people around?
Yeah, they're very stacked buildings. This is pretty much like a place for her to like cook, eat, and sleep. It's definitely not like a suite. So
Sure.
there's a lot of stacked residents around here.
Or can I like ask one of them, just like, hey, do you know how to get in here, or is it open?
No, I haven't seen Matala for A day or so now. I don't know where she is. She usually
Oh,
goes.
she's dead.
Oh my gosh! What?
Yes, we've already figured
We
that
should
out.
have just led with that. Have you
We
seen her?
figured that
She's
out
dead.
already.
Oh.
we just need to get into her place.
I never got her. Do you know her mother's name? Perhaps we should send a. Is a basket of fruit something you send for a death in the family?
Well, she burst
make a
into
religion
slime,
check?
so maybe something that would convey or condolences
Definitely-
for someone bursting into slime.
Definitely not some sort of jelly dish. Then that would be
No.
that would be insensitive.
Don't send any jellies or jams or preserves.
Krieg has an old pack of gushers.
Yeah,
Um,
I personally love them. I don't think I should send them. I think I'll just send to pomegranates, maybe mangoes. Mangoes are good. Everyone likes mangoes.
That's some edible
solid fruit.
arrangements.
Okay, so while this interesting conversation is going on, Henry just broke out his thieves' tools and starts picking away at this lock.
All right. You pick away at the lock. Go ahead and give me a roll.
That is a 25.
25. That's a critical success. You open it with ease. You feel like this lock is so shitty. That key should have worked, despite it not being the right key.
Well, now we know.
You guys are having this conversation, and Jeremy just kind of just goes into his pack of just fishing tools. He brings out what I think is a fishing hook, but it's actually thieves' tools. And
So he goes fishing and robs people. Got it.
All in a day's work. Are you vigilante? Did they come up with vigilante yet?
I think it's supposed to release soon.
It's coming out
Oh,
soon.
it's out. It's out.
Oh, it
It's
is
out?
out. Oh yeah. It is out.
So you have that vigilante dip.
Yeah, just dipping it. But he's a bad one.
Ranger.
He's a bad one. I don't know.
solid.
So, you hey, Waffles is in chat, guys.
Oh, hey.
Shit.
Greetings, Waffle.
What's up?
Hey there.
What's up, Waffles?
Oh my goodness.
We're Waffles. We're talking about if someone turns into slime and dies, what kind of gift basket should you send their family? Where
Can I
it's-
make a religion check, Jake, on that?
Go ahead.
Like,
Yeah, make
proper
a religion
procedures?
check. Yeah, make a religion check.
You just suggested no jams, jellies, or preserves.
Yeah.
That'd be a 30.
We're good.
A 30. You feel like probably more of like crackers and cheese would be like the better thing. Maybe grapes. Grapes are pretty easy. You know.
Everybody knows the Lady of Graves hates jellies and jams. Everybody knows this.
She likes her toast drier than the Sahara. Just.
Melba toast.
Not even butter. Not
no,
even butter.
not
just,
even.
Just
So
Hardtack.
you open up her door, and you look, and as I said before, it looks like a pretty modest living area. There's just a small cot over in the corner. There's a small cooking place where you put coal or wood to heat up your food. It doesn't look like there's much here. There are some personal amenities you can look through, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Sniff
Krieg,
around, dog.
I know. Literally, I was about to.
Figure of speech, usually.
I do have. I mean, scent is an imprecise scent. I have an imprecise scent for sniffing. So I mean, lay it on me. Do I smell anything slimy or oozy?
No, you don't smell anything slimy. You do find there's like a basket of letters. It looks like she was sort of mailing back and forth to her family. So clearly she moved here at some point. But you do find a letter that says it's pretty much a formal invitation to work at a trading company, and the address says something Crimson Asp. So Crimson Asp appears to be the place of her employment, or the street where her employer is.
so as you're looking through this, Krieg just shuffles in, looks at the door already being opened, and he's like, "Ah, I thought I was going to have to break this down." Limping in.
I mean, he would just cast Fireball on it. It's open.
Oh yes, the lock wasn't very well made. I just had to. He kind of shows his little tools. Just a little pick of this, and was able to get right inside. I came across this letter that I think we should probably pay attention to. It seems to be a letter to her employer, and I don't know if it's the company or the street or the area that it is located, but it says Crimson Asp, which is one of the clues we had. So perhaps this is our next lead.
Does it have an address of where the letter came from?
Yeah.
The only address you have is it pretty much says like the employer and then the address of 123 Crimson Asp Way.
Gotcha. All right, so I show him the address. I'm like, this looks to be the spot. Perhaps maybe someone around town can just where this is.
All right, but before we go, Krieg is going to cast Detect Magic.
You detect magic around. Wow, everything seems pretty mundane.
Sick.
Interesting.
All right, let's go to 123 Crimson Ask Way.
All right,
Go.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Crimson
3.
1, 2, 3. Fake Street.
123 Main Street. So you guys head to Crimson Asp Way.
Alright.
You arrive at what looks to be a caravan house. Let me go ahead and take you over on
Oh.
yonder.
Oh, snap.
We have maps.
There is a map. Let me see if you guys can see any of this. Hold on.
The drink I'm drinking is really, really good.
What is it?
Yeah,
What you got?
It is salted caramel whiskey with Irish cream and pumpkin pie coffee creamer.
Stop it.
Whoa.
So good.
Stop it. That sounds delicious.
So good. I'm on my second one and I'm very drunk. I'm getting there. I plan to be very drunk.
And we trusted the doctor.
Roll a Constitution save.
The doctor is drunk.
The doctor's drunk. He gets a -5 on his rolls.
He's drinking a tasty fall cocktail in the middle of the Mwangi summer.
Yeah.
I assume it's summer. I don't really know.
Does no Wonky Expanse ever get winters?
This doesn't really matter.
yeah. It's more or less like, is it 70 degrees or 110?
Yeah.
The humidity's always 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always
Yes.
sweaty armpit.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's always ball soup.
Mm.
Yep.
All right. So you guys arrive at a place that you heard of when you were asking around for directions and stuff like that, as the Kalibi Caravan House.
Okay, so like I feel like as we're like approaching, I'm gonna like give like a high sign. And
We cannot see, Jake.
I
No,
see
why is
blackness.
May need to turn off that dynamic lighting setting. That usually
that?
happens
Is
to
there
me all the
dynamic
time.
lighting in here?
No.
So if you look at the map, we're in the void.
Huh, yeah, it's funny because on the actual stream, there's nothing happening. What's going on with that? What is this? Oh, okay, just had to load. Huh.
It's
That
okay. We're in the void. We're good.
is
Darkness.
strange.
Darkness across the land. It's a
Yeah,
giant,
you guys really fucked up. Okay, I didn't want to say it, but like.
I
it's a
did.
giant black pudding. It's 10 times colossal. It's the whole
Enormous.
jungle.
So Jake and our thing on the Twitch stream is that me and John are switched.
Oh,
Yeah, you are. Let me go ahead and.
I am not John.
You know what? You need to be John until Jake figures out the map issue.
Oh, I see the map now.
Yeah, you should be able
There
to
we
see
go.
it.
I do too.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it.
All right, so let me go ahead and adjust the map for all of us at home.
That's a lot of space.
That is a lot of space. As I said, this is a caravan house, so
mhm.
trading company.
Hmm.
Go ahead and place your little tokens down yonder on the southern side where those two double doors are. If you can, you should be able to.
There we go.
Hey!
There you are.
Oh, I'm over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What happened was that so I bought this thing off of Roll20, and it came pre-generated with like dynamic lighting, which will come in at some point, but not today. I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
That's pretty
Um,
cool though.
But yeah, so you guys all come in on the southern side of the Kalibi Caravan House. Why is this not updating?
How do you adjust pictures on or the portraits on roll 20? Mine got giant for some reason.
Settings. You put the setting button, and then if you scroll down to game settings, it says chat avatars, player avatar size. You can change it from.
Thank you
large-
very much, Gofelt.
Oh yeah, I got you. Got you. Yeah, so as we're like approaching this building, Jeremy is used to being in the wilderness, and so he's just gonna do what his instincts tell him, and is gonna start surveying wildlife, even though we're clearly in the city. So he's gonna take 10 minutes just to kind of look for any traces of animals, because he always wants to scout things out.
I do
See
not.
some yellow spotted lizards.
I get to roll a survival check.
Ah, very nice.
All
Yep.
right, I still got
So if
still
there are
got
any
some spells.
wildlife around or anything, then you set the DC.
Okay.
And I got a 25.
25. This looks. You can see that there are plenty of footprints, but it looks more human-esque. You don't seem to find any wildlife around here. There's clearly a lot of activity,
Gotcha.
but
Giant ooze marks.
you don't see any giant ooze marks. No, you see a lot of footprints, and you see there's like wagon wheel tracks.
Gotcha.
But that's about it.
All right. There doesn't seem to be any sign of oozes around here, so we might be all right in that sense. But we best keep our guard up.
Yes, if we see a human, they might just combust into a new one. Never
Yeah,
thought about this before, but that's actually quite horrifying.
But you guys are in front of a set of double doors. I will say, as you walk, excuse me, as you walked up, you did notice that there are some other entrances in here. So this isn't the exact way you could go in, but it is the front entrance to the building.
We want to maybe try going around the back.
Question: are there any skylights to this building?
There any skylights? I'll make you roll athletics to climb while I check that.
No, I have a climb speed.
Never mind. Let me
Boom.
That works.
take a gander.
I got them gecko grips.
Yeah, right. There is.
So Dr. Brick just starts bloop, 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 bloop up the wall.
Okay then. Let me go
There he
ahead
goes.
and reveal what you see. So
Oh no.
there is. Go ahead and reveal areas. There is a large open area here in the center. Let me go ahead and zoom out for everybody at home. Make sure everybody can see that. You see, it looks like a large. It looks like a large sort of like loading area where they would take like crates off and stuff like that. So there's some there's a few like boxes, empty boxes and barrels that they would have used to fill with like grain or what have you. Or if they were transporting certain materials, there's like bubble wrap and stuff just sort of there. But yeah, it looks to be just a big open area, big courtyard.
Wait, they have bubble wrap?
Yes, it's canon now. I made it. Paizo, come at me. Bubble wrap.
Can I hear or see any? There's nobody in this room. It looks like. Can I hear anything?
No, it looks very still. It's very quiet. You can hear Keyboy sort of off in the distance, but it's the normal Keyboy city noises.
Does this window skylight open at all?
No, it's a big courtyard.
Oh, it's a big courtyard.
Yeah,
Okay, so I
yeah.
just see a courtyard.
Yep.
Okay. I kind of like whisper back down. I'll be right back, and I will. Oh, I can't move in there. What the hell?
You can't move in there.
No, like I can't drag my guy into the the
Oh,
area.
Is that
Wow.
because? Oh, you know why? Because it probably sets it up as that's a wall. Interesting.
Well, there's a force field.
Right?
I cannot
You just want to be there.
currently move my
Yeah.
character at all.
All right.
All right.
Right. So you
Oh,
say
John? You said you can't move your.
Nope.
All right, hold on. It says represents. That's weird. Represents that.
There's level 10 force wall.
Save. Yeah. Edit. Editable by all players. Yeah. Can you do it now?
Nope.
Oh,
I might just.
no. You can get the measure thing on. Just go ahead and grab the. If you go up to the arrow, hit select and move, and you should be able to.
There it is.
Okay.
My bad.
All right. So we're.
so as you're saying, oh, I'll be right back. I'm like, wait, doctor. And he rustles around in his little fishing backpack, and he pulls out a fishing line. And for all intents and purposes, this is a rope. It is a fishing line that's rated at like a couple hundred
From
pounds.
strength.
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you what the poundage weighting on it was. I'm glad
Are
you.
you ocean
okay.
fishing there?
He's a big game fish hunter.
Apparently.
Well, he's out in near Absalom, like right out in the open sea.
Search of a monstrous beast found in the deep.
So I get over and I tie it off to something heavy, and then I yank on it to give him the okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start climbing up. All right, let's do this. Breaking into this company. Let's do this. All right, is that an athletics?
Hold on for 1 second,
Oh no.
because as Dr. Brick
Uh-oh.
steps his scaly feet into the courtyard,
Oh no.
something happens where you sort of hear something, and you look, and you don't see anything, but you hear a footstep, sort of walking towards you.
I climb up the wall as high as I can go. Can I? I mean, I can't see anything. I don't have any special senses and I don't have any spells. Yeah, I just climb up the wall.
All right, so Jeremy, this is what happens. You go, wait a minute, and you throw it over, and then Dr. Brick starts climbing back up where you just threw the line.
Is everything all right?
I don't know. I heard footsteps, but I can't see anything.
You said you tied it off to something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and climb up the top of the wall and see if I can see anything.
Nothing. You see a courtyard.
Nothing.
Can I listen with my dog ears?
Yeah, you can go ahead and listen.
All right. 28.
28. That's pretty
That's
good. That's pretty good. Doesn't beat a... No, I'm not going to tell you what he rolled, because it was a good roll. You listen and you think you hear footsteps, but then you're like, nah, it wasn't footsteps.
Jeez. All right.
Everything seems all right to me. If we want, we could stand up here and post up. And he picks up his or draws out his bow, while everyone else comes over.
If they're footsteps, maybe I can attack it. The bow won't split it in half.
It's got feet. It won't split.
It will bleed. If it bleeds, I can kill it.
So, is there any discerning how far away the footsteps are? Are they still coming towards me, and which direction they're coming from?
So they came from about the center of the room. So
Oh.
when you stepped down, you heard a little something, and then you turned, and then you could hear them sort of softly just pip, 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 coming towards you.
It's terrifying.
It really is. I completely agree.
Ureth pipes up and says, "Get me over this wall, and I'll figure out what it is."
Yeah, we need some magic.
I might be of some assistance.
So Dr. Brick's just like hanging on the wall with his gecko grip, just helping people over the wall.
And
Urath like lifts the two
Yeah.
kobolds like
Yeah.
on his shoulders and like picks them up.
Wee.
Get up there!
Come, little lizards.
Come
It's
on.
okay. My strength check. Oh wait. I got 10 strength. I can do it.
Okay, we have a rope fishing line.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It'll hurt your hand climbing with that,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are all standing on the. You're all standing on the wall there, but.
Oh, Urath goes right over.
Oh, okay, you go right over.
Urath goes right over. He's interested to see what this invisible footstep situation is.
You said you needed magical help. What did you need?
We hear footsteps, but can't see anything out there.
Ah, one of my favorite tricks. And he will look across the courtyard, and his third eye will open.
Woo!
Hopefully something's there.
So you do detect magic with your third eye.
Yep.
You detect something hidden under the sand in the center of the courtyard.
It's underneath the sands. And I point to where it is.
Can Urath? I was gonna say, can he pick up one of these barrels over
about-
here? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just pointing out. It's he
gotcha.
feels it about there. Yeah.
Okay. Urath wants to pick up one of these barrels over here and toss it into the middle of the courtyard.
You. Oh, okay. So you are on the floor.
Yeah, I jumped over the wall. Like I went straight from the wall to the
Oh,
floor.
great. All right, let's go ahead and do
Uh-oh.
this then. So
Okay.
as you step foot down,
Oh no.
you hear the little pitter patter of feet as something magically appears there.
Oh.
I don't know why, but Roll20 is not the same on
Still invisible.
either of my screens. Hold on, let me go. Let me reload. Roll20 is doing its usual thing right now.
We all reloading?
I mean, you might as well.
Gotta love roll 20.
Okay, so yeah, Dr. Brick is in the bottom left corner. Orath, you are still on the other side, it looks like to me.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, alright, you want
I
me to try?
couldn't move. Yeah, if you could
Yeah,
drag me
I
across
can't.
there.
Okay, alright.
Because I was gonna go on top of the wall, but
Wait, you moved Brick.
Brick, do you want to be in there?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Oh, alright.
he's just not touching the ground.
I
I
got
mean,
you.
I'm on the wall. I'm just hanging there.
I got you.
I can do that.
Alright, so can I put I can put people on the wall.
Yeah.
I have all the power.
Oh, there you go.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Lightning bolt. Just
Alright, so Urath
Oh boy.
jumps down.
Here we go.
good job.
Does the thing start moving the second he hits the ground?
Is detect magic sort of a sustained thing?
I
It
can
is.
do it up to a minute.
Okay, then yes, you feel a magical presence stand up in the center of the room right there, and then it begins walking towards Gorath Grimtusk.
I will
Oh.
point out, be careful, my abyss-touched friend. It is woken, and I will cast color spray on it.
Oh, nice.
Okay. What do I need to do? I will count that as the surprise round for one. So let's resolve this, and
Yeah.
then we'll do initiative.
That's brilliant.
What does it need to do?
Just give me 1 second.
Because I know color spray is a pretty solid spell. So.
Yeah, it's a solid first-level spell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need glitter dust though.
Yeah.
Uh, So, oh, this is important. If it does, it has to come within 15 feet of me. So if it's not, I can't cast the spell.
Wow.
I mean, it is currently walking toward Ures, so you know.
So the problem with I had an idea, but the sheer thing is I can't see this thing. So
Right. Yeah. Right now, the only person that can actually see it is Krieg because he's got his third eye open.
You have to make me a will save.
A will save. So the moment it gets into that 15 feet, you just go.
Mhm.
"Whee!"
Yep.
Will save 25.
He saves.
Alright.
Good lord.
Is there a fail condition?
Yeah.
I'm looking right now.
Like
Dazzled for 1 round, I believe.
Yeah.
just normal success. So
I don't do damage though. I don't think.
No, but
It's
Dazzle's
a
still
very-
pretty good, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
25% or 20% mischance.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotta roll that flat 5.
Is all right. Let's do
So,
this.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll initiative, as you did hear something sort of go as you as you did your color spray there. There we go.
Visible enemy.
Yep. Let me go ahead and roll his. Wow, he did really bad.
Uh-oh.
It makes sense though. He just got shit in his eyes.
He's like, oh, what the hell?
Dr. Brick.
30.
Damn.
Damn.
Jeremy.
he's muted.
Uh-oh.
Right now.
He's out. He's fishing right now.
Did you get that?
No, I did not.
All right, 15.
15. Double main.
23.
3. Krieg.
21.
And Urath.
I rolled a 19. I thought that was a good roll, but apparently I'm bottom of the order.
You're shit.
All right, that was actually pretty good for you guys, as it is going the penultimate in the order. It is next to last. Brick, you hear something, and you know that Krieg shot out a color spray, but you cannot actually see this thing.
Damn.
So is it because I heard it cry out? Is it hidden or undetected?
I will say,
I did point out where it was.
he did
So
point
at
out.
least I
So
did
it
that.
is. I will say it is hidden right now.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna roll a perception to see if I can figure out what square it's in.
All right.
So my first action will be to seek. Ooh. 31. No. 31.
That's good.
You got its stealth check perfectly.
Ooh.
18 on the die.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crushing it, Cal.
Woo.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and reveal the thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh.
Now you can't see what it is, and luckily they chose a pretty good vague thing here. But let me go
Yeah.
ahead and move it up. So that's about 15 from Krieg. Let me move it up one more.
Dang it, I was hoping it was a crate dragon.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Not for us, but
No.
it'd be cool in general.
I mean, I would like to control a crate dragon. So yeah, you can sense it right there. It is about 10 feet away from Urath as he's standing on the floor.
All right. So since I'm up on a wall, can I leap to here?
I'll just say why not. So I'm gonna pull up the new GM screen from Archive of Nethys.
You can usually leap at like 10 feet
Yeah.
normally. So if I'm at a little elevation, I feel like I should be able to make that.
Yeah,
Like jump over his head and then just punch this thing.
yeah. Let's see. Inspiration, falling damage, force open, travel speed. Where would that be? I want to say it's a DC. I think it's a DC 15. And because you're going down, let's.
Well,
DC
leap is just a normal action.
Right,
so.
right. Yeah, let me. Oh, actually, I should check and see how high the walls are. Sometimes that matters. So it says that the other rooms have a ceiling that is either 10 feet high in the western half of the building or 15 feet high in the eastern side of the building. This is right in the middle. I'll just say it's 10 feet. So it's a 10-foot drop. So in that case, you could easily just jump there with an action. Then I would say that.
All right, drop me right here. I can't move myself in the wall.
Ah, yes, the wall thing. So you're right there.
Yep. So I go, there he is, and I leap over Urath's head, and I just go flurry of blows, boom, into the spot.
Okay.
Oop. 19 on the first fist,
That is a miss.
and on the second, 25.
That is also a miss.
Oh, man.
Whoa!
I missed.
Oh
With a
no.
25. Oh god.
I don't know if he's actually here.
So Dr. Brick goes, he's right there, and just goes, nothing.
I might be wrong.
Jesus. Okay.
Dopamine.
Okay. So, at this point, I asked the question: is feasible that Doublemane would know that it would be right here?
You'd have to seek.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
You have to spend an action to see if you can find see him.
I will use an action to seek.
All right.
So that will just be whatever I roll, d20 plus perception, right?
Yeah, and then you'll go against his stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. 22.
Nope. You see Dr. Brick swing wildly, and you're like, he has no idea where this thing is.
Ah, this.
It's not there. That's for sure.
Well, the thing is, it's like I'm just trying. Okay, so my idea was to cast Dispel Magic. However, I would need to know exactly where it is, and I'm not metagaming that. However, if he's in that general vicinity, he will cast. All right. He's guessing it's somewhere in this vicinity.
You just taking a wild guess.
Yeah, but he is going to cast something that's going to require a Fortitude saving throw. So he's going to send out a burst here.
Okay, so
A sound burst, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay, so let me go ahead and draw. So you're doing it's a 10-foot burst, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're doing it from here from this.
Yeah,
corner.
yeah. So it'd be like 5, 10.
Okay, so the 10-foot burst would actually be this if you're doing it from that.
Ah,
Is that right, Timmy?
oh, because of the diagonal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit. Okay. So can I just move it over here?
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Wherever you want to put it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
You
Yeah,
can
you
put
put
it
it
right
over
here or whatever.
Yeah, like I said,
I'll put it right here.
You did see
Oh,
Brick.
God.
You did. Haha. You did see Brick swing into a specific space.
Yeah, like so. It's like
yeah.
I have an idea, but
Exactly. Yeah.
yes.
All right. So you do it there. So you're only getting this thing that you can't see, but you're pretty sure because of what Brick said.
Yeah.
So he needs to roll a what now?
Fort
A
save.
Fortitude save. Wow, natty 1.
Ooh, baby.
Some
All
big
right.
old damage.
God. All right.
Yeah,
D10.
I know how awful Soundburst can be, Tim.
So
Oh
that would
my gosh.
automatically be a crit failure then,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
so. Ooh. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2d10. That's a 9 and a 6. So that will be 15 points of damage there, buddy.
Woohoo.
So it's kind of like Kid Doublemane,
Double,
just
it's double damage.
Yeah, double.
double damage. So 30 points of damage.
Oh.
So he is just like weaving his hands in this like motion, and just it's almost like like using fire, but before, and then just the explosion happens, and the creature is deafened for a minute and is stunned 1.
Well. Okay, deafened. I'm not too concerned about. However,
Stunned.
stunned. That's I don't like that.
One less action.
I don't
right?
like that at all. Yeah.
Nice. And 30 damage.
And 30 damage is nothing to put down. All right, so right now he is still dazzled and he is stunned 1. Deafened, not gonna worry about it. Don't
Wait,
care.
does it say stun 1 or does it say stun for 1 round?
Stun 1.
Okay. Alrighty. In that case, that was a solid spell from Doublemane there.
Did I hit him?
You're not actually sure.
Did he scream? Oh, I mean,
Uh, w- when the sound burst hit the floor, it definitely cracked the sandstone flooring there. So it was
Oh, no.
pretty powerful, whatever you did.
property damage. Got it.
Krieg, it is your turn.
So my arcane eye is still open. Can I see in the general area of where this being is?
Yeah. So that gives you detect magic, correct?
Yeah, and it's a number of other things, but I can't see invisibility with it.
Right. But you can tell that something is there. So would that help you see
I could at
this
least
thing?
I could at least point to everybody, and isn't that an action I can use to
Point out is an action if you can if you know where it is, but we don't.
Yeah. So go ahead and do the seek action. So just make your perception check, and then try. And then if you get it, then you can point it out.
natural 20?
Well.
Oh.
Awesome.
So the creature will become hidden to everybody now instead
Okay.
of undetected.
Nice.
Nice.
So Krieg, all these idiots are somehow just swinging and exploding around it, not hitting it directly where you can just fucking see the thing.
Hey,
Oh.
I hit it.
No, doctor, not there. To your left. And I just pointed out to everybody. That was one action, correct?
One, yes.
Yep.
This is a bit of a risk because there's a good chance it's not going to do anything to the creature, whatever it is.
Fireball.
Yeah, I'm kind of tapped on those. I will cast Grease underneath where I think this thing is.
Oh. Okay.
Just a quick question. So you did your seek action, right? Or did you do
Yes.
point out action?
I did do the point out action.
Okay, so if you do seek and point out, I'm pretty sure it's 2 actions, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you've only got one action left.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think there's anything else I can do. I'm just going to hold a cantrip. No, let's get. Oh no, that's 2 actions with a cantrip. I'm just gonna hold.
All right. Well, it's not your turn. Go fix your mic and then, or fix your camera, and then we'll.
Things starting to piss me off.
Orath. It is your turn.
All right. Cool. So first action, Urath will seek.
No, you don't need to seek.
Oh, I don't now. Okay, because he's
No.
just hidden.
It's hidden,
Okay.
so it's a
Okay, so hidden I
50%
can-
miss chance.
Okay.
DC
Then,
11 to hit it.
Okay, then what he will do is he's gonna move. Let's see here.
Basically, you've been told it's in that square, so you got the DC 11 to hit.
Movement 25. Okay, so he's gonna tiptoe his way around to the outside here, like so, and try to get him in a murder sandwich here. And is going to, for his second action, he is going to attempt to demoralize.
Ooh.
Gonna kind of come up behind him and go, "You really don't want to do this." Even though I know he's deaf, but I have intimidating glare. But this is important. This is important. I have intimidating glare, so I can demoralize with a mere glare. When you do, it loses the auditory trait and gains the visual trait.
Well, that'll work then.
Not take the penalty if it doesn't understand your language. So, and it does not. If it doesn't understand the language, it still doesn't matter. So,
What a niche way to use that. He's deafened. I can still get him.
yeah, I guess.
Like, hey,
So
I'm
let me-
talking to you.
let me roll. Let me roll to intimidate here. This is kind of what I've spec'd him for. So,
So you just start like looking really mean right at Dr. Brick. You're like, what?
okay.
What do you want?
So,
Defensive is that.
Me?
how does a 30 to intimidate treat you?
That is so his will DC is actually only a 21.
Oh,
So yeah, I guess that's a critical success.
Nice.
yes.
Woo!
Yes. I wish I had rolled to hit. But still. So, okay. So he is now.
Frightened too.
Yes. Thank you.
Frightened 2, stunned 1, and deafened for a minute.
Yeah, I know. I'm
And
like,
dazzled.
all right, well.
And dazzled.
And for his last action, he's gonna bonk with his big stick.
Bam, bam.
So let me roll to hit here. 21 to hit.
21 to hit does not do it. That is a swing and a miss.
Damn.
Bummer. Oh well.
All
And
right.
that'll be turn.
After Ulrath, it is the invisible creature's turn. Let's see. Who does
He's
he...
like, I'm just a night guard, guys. Stop hitting me.
Yeah, let's see. It is going to...
I'm scared. It could do anything.
It could do anything. I am curious though. So right now it is hidden to all of you, correct? Is that is that the deal?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Until
Does
he
that mean
moves.
you're all flat-footed to it?
Yes.
Alrighty then. I can do whatever the hell I want then.
I will say
Uh-huh.
I cannot be flat-footed.
You cannot.
I have denied advantage.
God dang it, barbarians. Well, he's gonna go after the easier target anyway. So luckily,
Oh,
you scared him enough to not attack you. Interesting. So he is going to do. He's just going to swing out with his attacks. First attack on Dr. Brick. 37 to hit.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Yeah, that's a critical hit.
All right. Do you double sneak attack as well?
Oh no!
God.
This is so bad.
Yes, you do.
Alrighty then. So let me just go ahead and do.
Oh no.
I'm the healer.
No, Dr. Brick.
Let's see. That's that plus that, and then
Jeremy, take the hit for him.
This guy might crit me more than once, by the way.
yeah, he
Yeah.
probably will. And then an additional that. So you take 36 points of damage
Oh no.
as this thing just jabs you in the jugular.
Yo.
Not good.
My god.
So I'm just standing there, and then just blood starts shooting out of my neck.
Whack!
Not good.
That felt pretty
Alright.
good to do, so he's gonna do it again.
Oh boy.
This time, only getting a 28.
God.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Let's see that. Sorry, I have to use a calculator for this. Gosh.
Yeah, shut up.
25 points of damage.
Owie. Man, I'm glad that wasn't the first hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the third. Ooh, actually, is he gonna do a third one? I don't know.
Attack the big scary orc man.
I no.
And I'm still up.
Actually, he only got a.
Oh, he's stunned. He only has one
He's
more
stunned.
action.
one, yeah.
He only has
That's
two
right,
actions.
that's right.
Oh wait,
There you go.
did you roll dazzled?
Roll 20%.
Oh yeah.
So DC 5 for both those hits.
DC 5, 13 for the first one, and 16 for the second. So
Okay. Well,
they
Okay.
do land.
Nice.
But only two attacks. So he swung out, and now he's like ah. But all of a sudden, Dr. Brick just spits blood, and all of you are like, "What the fuck is going on down there?"
Dr. Brick's like, he's still there.
oh no.
Gosh.
Jeremy, it is your turn.
Jeremy,
Shoot him.
use your fishing rod.
Thanks to Creek pointing him out, Jeremy is gonna get a bead on this person.
DC 11.
Okay, I must be able to see or hear the prey. So can I hear the prey?
You heard his one punch man fist landing into Brick. So yeah, I would assume so.
Who's
Okay,
punching?
So I'm first action hunt prey, and second action I'm gonna shoot a little arrow at it.
All right.
Gosh, I'll do the 50% miss chance first.
Uh huh.
Oh, made it with an 18 on the die, and then the arrow, not as good. 18, I'm guessing misses.
18 does miss.
Man, 18 would have been so good.
checks. So, one more action left. What do I want to do? Oh, okay. Well, actually, as a part of my hunt prey, I can attempt to recall knowledge. So obviously, I can only hear it. So I'm assuming the DC will be super high. Um, but that is part of what I can do, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll. What knowledge check should I be rolling?
If you want to go knowledge, you can either do Arcana or Nature.
We'll go with nature.
I figured
23.
it was a
Oh.
DC 23.
Ooh.
Nice.
This appears to be something called an invisible stalker. Invisible stalkers have a poor opinion of mortals due to the unsavory nature of the violent tasks summoners usually call them to the material plane to perform.
Okay.
What kind of things you want to know?
I want to know how. Is there a way to make it seen?
So let me go ahead and read their. I'll read their thing that would help you understand this. Natural invisibility. The invisible stalker is invisible at all times. Though when
Oh,
it takes
Christ.
a hostile action of any kind, it is hidden instead of undetected until the start of his next turn. It was hidden anyway, so. As the vague outline of its humanoid form is faintly visible for a short period of time. So as it did swing out at Brick, you were able to now, you could sort of detect it, but now you can actually see it as a vaguely humanoid outline.
But what if you dumped a bucket of paint on it?
If you tar and feather him, that would work, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I said glitter dust.
No, unfortunately. So wait, so dispel magic wouldn't work because it's a natural ability, then, right?
Right.
God.
All right. Well, since I got that knowledge check for free, I'm gonna use my last action to try to shoot another arrow at it. Gonna see if I get the 50%.
Nope. You don't need to do the 50% again.
Nope.
Oh, I
You
don't. Okay.
You
Well
just
then.
roll it once for the round.
Okay. Well then that roll then that I just rolled
I'll let it slide.
is my natural 20 for my hit.
Oh,
Yes, I knew it.
there we go.
Ooh, crit card. Crit card.
Good.
Crit card.
Crit
Crit card.
card.
Crit card. Crit card.
Nice to
Hit
get
it
one.
and it
Nice
becomes
to get. Nice to get one in our favor.
Yeah.
That's the rules card.
And I was actually looking at this just because you crit, because I was thinking about it earlier. They're actually invisible stalkers count as elementals. They're air elementals, which is interesting. I assumed that they were sort of like the what's the ones there's a spell Unseen Servant. I assumed that they were kind of like that, but no, they're literally air elementals. But yeah, they're invisible to bleed, paralysis, poison, and sleep, not critical effects.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it got spun around. The target is flat-footed until the end of his next turn.
Wow.
Easier to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Do I get that double damage then?
Yes, you do.
that double damn.
Let's roll.
You got him right in the neck. Right in his wind neck.
Minimum.
You hear him breathe out.
8 points of damage.
8?
That's double damage.
That's double.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Goodness, Tim.
Oh no. Well, you got anything else?
That's it.
Alrighty. Back to the top of the round, round 2, Dr. Brick.
Dr. Brick is in horrible shape, but he is going to do a flurry of blows. He's hidden still since he attacked me. So, back die. I don't make the detected, and I run away and climb up the wall. Put me back on the wall. Put me back on the wall.
See,
And I will use some battle medicine on
Or Wrath is like, where are you going?
Don't leave me!
And everyone's like, run away. We're doomed. So he's gonna roll some battle medicine. So that's my turn.
Alrighty. So Brick swings out while holding his neck in place as it's flopped over. and then runs away. Double main, it is your turn.
Oh Christ. So
This
It's
response.
it's like I'm looking. I'm like, what spells can I use? What spells can I use? And then I'm like, oh, well, maybe this one. Let's see. Some of these are save or suck spells. That's the unfortunate thing.
Are you a gambling man, Mark?
If it works, it'll be very effective. So he is just going to surround himself in like fire, and it's just like right in front of the creature. It's just gets blinding light, and roll a fortitude save.
A fortitude save. Me?
Yes.
Natural 1.
What?
Whoa!
My God.
Twice!
Holy shit.
Twice!
So I cast blindness.
Oh! Oh no!
So
Wait, you had to target him, right?
yeah.
You still gotta do the.
Ah,
the target
fuck,
spell. You still gotta do the
50%, right?
DC 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, I thought he
Well,
was
no, wait,
only-
wait.
I thought it was just hidden because he did an action.
right. He's
It's
just.
still DC 11.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That's right.
Undetected means you can't target them.
Right.
Okay. I got
Okay.
13.
All right, you're
Lucky
good,
number
you're good.
13.
Okay then. So he's blind for how long, Mark?
Permanently.
Oh
Permanently.
my god. Ah.
What a god!
Dude,
Feel the pain you've inflicted on everyone else for all these years.
Yeah.
it's like, because it's just like the flavor of it is just like he is just burning a fire so bright in front of this thing, and it just, his eyes are just like, I don't know what this thing looks like, but it's just nothing there now.
Yeah. So
Like his eyes are burned out.
Oh,
Combat's
You see-
basically over.
you see for a moment that there's two things just sort of floating there, and they begin smoking, and then you hear
oh my gosh, brutal.
That's awesome.
Dude, two natural ones on 4-2 saves.
Yeah, on Saber Suck spells. Awesome.
Oh my
Deaf
god, the
and
luck.
is deaf and permanently blinded.
Yeah.
So this thing is gonna hopefully. Well, does he take negatives to his AC now that he's blind, or?
I believe so. Let me pull up blinded. You can't see. All normal terrain is difficult terrain. Well, not for him. You can't detect anything using vision. Automatically critically fail perception checks that require you to see. If your vision is your only precise sense, you take a -4 penalty to perception checks. You are immune to visual effects. Well, that's nice. Blinded
I can't
overrides.
glare at him anymore.
Yeah, blinded overrides dazzled. So I'm glad dazzled's over now.
You're not dazzled anymore.
I'm not dazzled anymore.
Is he deaf?
He's deaf and blind.
Yep.
Oh.
He's deaf and
So
blind.
shouldn't choose to fight us. It's everything is permanently hidden from it.
Yes. So, and he's hidden from you. So it's going to be a lot of DC 11s here for a little while.
And
Yes.
we can literally just move away.
Yeah.
And he can't find us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like he has like tremor sense or something to like feel you walking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Dobermans look wild-eyed, just like grinning, like
Double just like, I got him.
I can't hit him, but I make him blind.
Well,
And 5-foot step.
and a 5-foot step. Okay then. So after that, it comes to Krieg. Krieg, you see what looks to be two eyeballs searing from Doberman's vicious light.
And Krieg just begins laughing. Too bad you don't have 3. Do me a favor and roll a reflex save.
Okay.
At 20, probably.
31 total.
So he saves, but you still take half damage.
All right.
As a bolt of lightning erupts from Krieg's hand, as sudden bolt is just cast.
Ah, nice.
Sudden.
That's a good spell.
Wait,
Is that a line spell, or is that a...
It's a single target.
Single
Oh,
target.
nice.
It is not a lightning bolt.
No.
I was expecting a
Bet-
rag, just to
yeah.
get...
11, right?
What's the damage there, John?
Sorry, hold on.
All right.
half of 29. So 14.
14. All right. You heard him cry out. It might be because he's blind and deaf, but he did take a lightning bolt or a shock of electricity from you. He's not doing great. Urath, it is your turn.
All right. Do I need to? Do I still need to seek him still to attack him?
Yeah, he's still hidden.
Okay, let me perceive here real quick.
Wait, I thought you just have to roll 11 or higher.
11 or
Oh
higher.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it doesn't come back to his turn yet for him to go back to being invisible. So yeah,
Just stumble.
there is a faint outline still.
Okay. All right. So 14. So I passed that.
There you go.
And for his other 2 actions, he's gonna bonk. So let me go ahead and this. All right. First one's gonna be an 18. I'm guessing that's probably gonna miss.
Yeah, that is a miss. Unless does blind do anything to your
AC?
No, it does not.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Okay.
that is a miss.
And second swing is gonna be a 20.
Also a miss.
Bummer.
Damn.
See, you can
Grapple.
All right.
you can sense him pretty well, but he's still an air elemental. So as you swing through, it just. All right. After Urath, it comes back to its turn. Being blind, deaf, and completely out of enemies because Brick ran away. That was his main target. He is going to swing at Urath because he's the only thing that you can feel swinging at him. So.
All right.
50% miss chances.
50% miss chances. So let me go ahead. I'll do the DCs first, and then I'll do a DC and then the attack in those
Okay.
in that order. So DC 11, 10 missed on the first attack.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's a DC 11 for the whole round, right?
Yeah.
DC. So I got a 10 for DC 11. So he begins just swinging out at you, and you can see the faint outline, and he's just like. He's like 3 feet away from you. You don't have to do anything.
If you take one step, then you're undetected.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So yeah.
But he's just standing there like, this is cute.
You actually can't see him missing you. He's just missing you.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's fair. That's
you can
fair.
breeze.
You can feel the. Woof, woof, woof. All right. After the visible stalker swings wildly, Jeremy, it's your turn.
All right, so Jeremy's gonna use his first, or actually no, he's just gonna go ahead attack.
All right.
But we roll that DC 11 first, and I don't make it.
All
so
right.
I just spin the round, pelting some arrows into the ground that do not make purchase.
Swing. Dr. Brick.
Dr. Brick,
How's your neck feeling?
well, I patched myself up
Okay.
with battle medicine. So
Alright.
he's going to jump back down to here, if you will be so kind.
Bubba-doop.
With now that he's not piss pants scared anymore, knowing this thing is blind. I was very close to death. He will come down and roll his natural 20 for the detect him. So
Oh,
what a gigantic waste.
I know.
And natural 15, so that'll be 28. flat-footed.
That hits.
With the first strike, and the second strike is 26.
20. That also hits.
Woohoo! All right, so both hit. If it has any resistances, all this damage goes through first.
All right.
Yeah.
27 damage.
27 points of damage.
That's good.
I rolled a 6, a 6, a 5, and a 4.
Ooh,
Nice.
Wow. So you go up and you just start wailing into the spotlight like fucking Mike Tyson, and then you make contact, and then you bring in for an uppercut, and you feel it come, and then just woof, as it is defeated.
Nice.
Wombo combo.
Dr. Brick's like, I think I got it.
It's still invisible, so we're just like,
You're like stop because you're like not sure, and Krieg just shouts from the top, "It's gone!"
Wait, you said it was a summon, right? Or
Yes. Yeah. Invisible stalkers are usually are usually they're summoned via something. So somehow this thing got summoned when you stepped down.
that's a pretty cool summon, gotta say.
Cool.
I'll tell you, it's a hazard level 7.
Go.
I think it was scary. If it was not stunned and it had attacked me again, I would have gone down.
Yeah, if we hadn't debuffed the heck out of him, that would have been a
Yeah.
problem.
It did buku damage on me.
Yeah.
Well, starting out with a crit.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you. So it's just a fist attack. It's plus 18, plus 14, plus 10, 1d10 plus
Oh my
5
gosh.
bludgeoning damage, and then they
Oh.
have sneak attack,
Damn.
which is 2d6.
Yep. That'll
It
that'll
would've
do.
been virtually impossible for that thing not to hit me.
Yeah. But yeah. So after you fight Invisible Aang, what do you guys want to do?
Dr. Brick's like, what the hell is this thing doing in here?
Krieg's eye closes and he is dazzled for a minute. He is just trying to go up and find his bearings. I'm not sure, but it seems a rather strange safeguard.
Yes,
didn't
knowledge about these creatures, they have to be summoned in order for them to appear. So this seems to be quite a strange thing to have in a place of employment, to have these kinds of safeguards. It does make me a little uneasy about continuing on here, given that I believe Krieg Dobermane, you said you all were running low on your magics, yes?
Oh yes, I just spent one of my better spells on that creature, and like he, well, I'll just say like both level 3 spells gone. like just, I mean, thankfully blindness worked, but yeah, I mean, like he could go, but you're pushing it a little bit, especially if that was just a summon.
I'm out of my higher level spells from the jelly fight. I think I have one second level spell left and a couple of first level spells.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like the same.
let me read this room just to kind of give you guys sort of a feel for what's happening. This wide yard is open to the sky, hence why Dr. Brick was able to get in the first place. The ground covered with straw and sand is crisscrossed with human and animal tracks. 2 sets of large loading doors lead east, with the southern set of doors standing slightly ajar. So the southern set of doors being with the southern set of doors standing slightly ajar. So you see this set of doors slightly ajar. Other doors leading west and north are labeled as storage in common and the Mwangi language. A trough of stagnant water stands between the 2 doors to the west, and a flimsy table and chairs occupy the yard's southwest corner. A veritable mountain of boxes, casks, and crates are piled to the southeast corner, and the yard beneath a makeshift awning.
I'm just saying, Emily's just thinking this is some glorified security guard, if anything else. Like,
What I'm scared about is, now that we've defeated this thing, whoever brought it here could know that somebody's been meddling, and they could bring it back, and I don't want to fight this thing again. But they don't know that we defeated it, so perhaps we could come back and maybe just knock on the front door. After all, we didn't really come here thinking that there was going to be danger.
yeah.
Maybe oozes, but this wasn't exactly what we were expecting.
I didn't sign up for invisible stalkers here.
So maybe we could just come back and knock on the door tomorrow and pretend like we don't know anything happened.
This thing didn't slither at all.
Where is the slithering? I don't get it.
I want my money back.
Krieg wants a discount because this wasn't an ooze.
Hey, Jeremy Wade could have hit it. And
Oh,
I know.
so Jeremy, he's like, well, I don't. It was a welcome change of pace, not fighting an ooze, but I'm pretty knackered, so perhaps we could go back and rest for tonight. What do you all think?
Can we I would like to look in this ajar door first, just to see what we see. Can we peek in the door? Stealthily?
Sure. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Let me
So-
reveal that dram for you.
oh, okay.
You find A7.
A7.
A7 says, this long room is a stall large enough for a fully laden wagon, with double doors leading west and east. The double door to the west, which bears a sign reading Authorized Agents Only in Common and Mwangi, stands slightly ajar and reveals the sandy courtyard behind it, where you guys are. Shelves contain tools for repairing wagons such as crowbars, hammers, and spare wheels.
But no people and nothing particularly interesting.
Nope, looks like a regular wagon repair shop. Or
Okay.
loading
Gotcha.
yard, I should say.
Yeah, Dr. Brick's like, I think we should get out of here and come back tomorrow. Maybe we can discuss strategy while we rest.
I suppose.
Yes. I need help getting back over this wall.
I'll help you.
Yeah, a gecko climb over the wall and help everybody up.
All right, so
You
despite
can
the
just
fact
eat me across.
despite the fact there's a large open door in the in A7, you climb the wall. I get it. It's fine.
Wait. Did you say this one was wide open, or?
Yeah,
we don't-
they're both ajar, so you could just leave.
We do not know that there isn't another invisible piece of shit in this room.
There's
or in
two.
This is
every
true.
room.
Solid.
Like, how can we expect to trust anything? We're thinking any human's going to explode into slime. Any room could just have an invisible elemental in it that was summoned by something seemingly stronger than it.
Yeah.
Are you sure this adventure path isn't just called paranoia?
Yeah. Dr. Brick's not doing well.
All right. Okay, so yeah, you guys leave. Andy, you can go back. You guys can go back to Abayone. She is more than happy to take you in, and she'll pay for a room at whatever inn you guys want to be at. So you guys can settle down for the night.
The fanciest.
The fanciest.
So Dr. Brick thinking strategy is just thinking, all right, we can come back here and we can maybe have some people knock on this door, and then the other part of the party keep an eye on this door, and if there's hazards in this room, we could do a pincer. Or we could just all go in the front door. Or we could all go over the wall.
There's so many options.
Seems to be a lot of options.
I could enter the building with my eyes open.
Or we could just go to Subtle Pouch. The big Urath, you can apply to be working here. And sneak in. And then let us all in later.
Yeah, I'd like to apply as a forklift.
Brad just kind of looks.
Yeah,
he just
it-
looks at. Go ahead.
You mean a forklift operator? No. I want to be the forklift.
Yeah, or
Fire the old
looks,
forklift.
He just looks at Krieg. He just looks at Krieg and just does the slow pat on the head.
Well, it would seem I will need to use my eye sparingly, for if I had not seen it, it would have gotten a nasty shot off on you, my large friend.
Very true.
But I think caution is the better part, or better thing to impose here.
Yes, I agree. If there's more of these creatures, then Dr. Brick, you've got to be punched, or what did it actually do to you?
I think it stabbed me in the neck, and then in the other side of my neck.
And then you got better.
Well, I'm really good at stitching myself up very quickly in a single action.
You need any more medical assistance?
Oh no, I'm good.
He was offering to heal if needed. Like if you're out of heals.
It's all medicine skill.
Oh, every 10 minutes. That's
You
right.
can basically just heal every 10 minutes.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Buttload of health.
Yeah, so like after every combat, just let's wait 10 minutes, and then I say, "Ooh, 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Another creature barges in." No.
Damn you, Jake.
All right, so you guys are treated to a 4-star hotel here in Quibue because of Abayone. They bring you some beautiful Quibue cuisines with some delicious teas and other fragrant drinks, and you guys have a pretty nice sleep here.
Ooh,
Right.
nice. Complimentary breakfast in the morning and
Yep, you
continental breakfast.
you wake up and there's a paper delivered to you, and you open it, and 4 slimes appeared today. Ah, boy.
We left them all for these new people that just started killing them.
So when we're not dealing with the slimes, who is? Like the city
Yeah.
guard?
The city guard is trying, but they
You
know,
mean this? You mean the human city guards?
yeah, that's sort of the issue. There's a lot of humans here, but yeah, people are doing their best to like maintain, and because they do know that it is humans, they're like keeping a close eye. However, when one explodes, guards got to come in and start taking them down. You hear of somebody exploded into an Osher jelly, and when the guards came, one of him turned into an Osher jelly.
Oh my
They had
god.
to bring more
God.
guards
Oh,
in.
jeez.
It's a really really bad.
So the one guy you said Batsara or something, the
Bot,
that-
bot,
Salon.
Batsalan, the asshole.
Yeah.
He was the one that said he sent his followers to like one location or something.
Yeah, he quarantined a few of his followers to a former storehouse of the East Mwangi Mining Company.
See, I hear that, and I just imagine one of them is infected, and then we go there and all of it's just jelly.
Well, I'll climb the wall again, and I'll bring Krieg, and I'll bring Doublemane with me, and you guys can just rain fireballs down
Yeah,
until they're all gone.
yeah. I'm just imagining though, like a zombie apocalypse thing, like someone's infected and no one else knows, and then all of a sudden everyone's dead.
But luckily, it's a bit easier to tell if someone's infected because they turn into slime.
Yeah.
I read what was there was an episode of The Walking Dead where like somebody was like hiding a bite or something like that, and
There's
yeah,
always that.
it's there's always that like situation where you're just like, dude, come on. Luckily, that doesn't happen here.
You kind of can't hide that.
Yeah, you can't hide it, and you are asymptomatic until you explode. So
Oh,
there's
that's even worse.
yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
All right, so you guys want to go back to the Kalibi caravan house, or do you want to go to the old mining storehouse?
I think we want to continue the Kalibi.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The Crimson Asp. Dr. Brick thinks he wants to scale the wall again.
Uh-huh.
Bring Krieg to see if he can detect another invisible summon thing.
You just hold him by his head and just scan him around.
just like in The Boys first season. Just
Yeah.
I still need to watch that. I gotta watch it.
Very good show. So we could come in from 2 directions, or we could all just knock on the door, or we could all climb the wall.
Can lead with Jeremy because he's more charismatic, I think, than most of us.
My biggest fear is that whoever summoned the invisible thing
No.
will just make another one,
Yeah.
and we don't want only 3 people or 2 people in that room with
Oh God, no.
things.
Hmm.
So we could either just knock on the door,
Yeah.
because whatever, or because we know that there's shady shit going on here, we could all just break in and go over the wall again.
I would say let's not try to. I mean, this is like a business, right?
Oh yeah,
Technically.
yeah.
So it's kind of like we could try look around in the front area, and then if shit starts kind of looking a little too weird or they're like rejecting, then we sneak in. Just
sure.
because like the way I'm just trying to see it is we try to break in during the day. It might look kind of, I don't know, more people there. Like I don't know exactly because
Ah.
we didn't go anywhere else.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead and bring you to. Why can I not control Urath? What is this?
Orath cannot be controlled.
Yeah, I can't see Urath's name either. He's like the only one I can't see.
Oh,
He's the
that-
unnamed.
that is interesting. What is going on with that?
Yeah, he seems like a
I
special
can
guy.
control him.
Yeah. Let's
It's
see.
weird.
He's Orath, the
The-
unnamed.
The DM doesn't have the control of Urath.
Oh,
No one
no,
can
sorry.
control Urath.
I was on. Oh, I can't do it.
I will now proceed to enter the. No, it's just like-
all
you
right.
can't stop me now. I'm just gonna delete him.
Okay.
He,
Um,
no,
All right.
he's
So,
he's juggernauting.
yeah. Right. Kaboom, kaboom.
where's everybody else? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm pulling you all guys back.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. So you guys are back in the. You're back in front here.
Mhm.
There we are.
Say lead with Jeremy. He's charismatic and might be able to gleam stuff.
Guys, people love Krieg.
He's a people person.
So real people guy. All right. So who wants to knock on the door first?
Dr. Brick can knock.
Flurry blows the door.
Fastest knocker in the West.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you go up to the front door and you give it a flurry of blows and nothing.
All right.
Would you like me to break down the door now?
Yes. We know whatever's in there was trying to hurt us, so I don't think I care about
You,
procedure at this point.
you could just try the hand.
As Krieg is suggesting the civilized approach, Orath just poof the door down. And you see what looks to be a reception desk.
Like, how early is this? They're like, we open at 8, guys. Like,
You just couldn't wait, could you?
it's just like a Black Friday deal at Target. Yeah.
Brick still got his like morning coffee.
Yeah.
In his like thermal cup.
Uh,
We- We can't move in.
Let me in.
Open
Let me
the
in.
door.
wait.
Let me-
Step.
Just back up, assholes.
Shut up.
Wait,
Oh
if
God,
y'all-
I'm in.
Turns
Okay.
out it turns out it's a door that opens outward, and we were just pushing it.
Come
on.
Everybody push.
All right, there you go. I don't know
Three
why
Stooges syndrome.
I can arrow you guys in. Whatever. All right, so you get into this room. The stone room is cool and comfortable. Shelves line 2 of the walls, and a large desk opposite of the shelves bears a few large tomes. A high wooden chair is behind the desk. Doors lead to north and south. You just came into the south. The door leading north bears a sign reading "No Admittance" in Common and Mwangi.
That's the destination, boys. We could probably look around here first.
Mhm.
Yeah, can we do an investigation here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can go ahead and look around.
On with his dirty D&D words.
Oh. 19.
Okay. A 19. You look around. It looks like your basic reception desk.
26.
So as you are looking around, you do the shelves contain cheap travelogues and atlases of the region around Keebway. There is a ledger on the desk that as you go through, it looks to be just full of appointments and like account statements. So it looks like there was some bookkeeping done here.
Any names we recognize?
No, not really. They all look to be either like foreign or they look to be. Some of them might literally just be like vague.
Fair.
Yeah. So yeah, nothing really jumps out at you.
Gotcha.
In this room.
Now, you mentioned like appointments. Like, when was like the last appointment?
The last appointment was two days ago, actually.
Well, that's suspicious.
Isn't it?
Very.
This place of business hasn't done business in 2 days.
Are there weekends?
Everyone's
Are there
dead.
weekends in Keybway?
Well, I mean, there's weekends in the world.
Is
Yeah.
it a business
Oh,
holiday
area.
right now?
Are we just breaking in during a business holiday?
All right. Well, Brick went to roll perception on this door and got a natural 1.
Well,
Oh.
you get that like ringing in your ear that just like won't go away.
It's got tinnitus.
So my ears are acting up from back in the war.
We go ahead and reveal his jam.
Lie to us, Kel. Everyone knows Dr. Brick dodged the draft.
He is a field medic, sir.
He's one of the people they really need there.
He's a monk. He was literally sent from the monastery to aid people in battle. You bastard.
Warrior monk.
He's a warrior monk medic.
Warrior monk medic.
Let me in.
This
Break the
meeting room
doors.
has a large table with several chairs around it, although all but one of the chairs has been moved to one side, as though for an interview or tribunal. A wooden statue stands in the corner, and a large map is spread across the table. A wet patch fills the center of the room's stone floor, and a double door leads south, and 2 others lead east. You just came in through the south door.
But there's a wet patch?
A wet patch.
Oh no.
Mm,
I don't trust
Uh,
any
Yeah, no.
wetness.
Where's the wet patch?
The wet patch is, let's say, around yonder.
All right.
Right.
Statue in
Wait.
a corner.
I'm going to
I-
detect P.
I would like to attack the wetness.
So Brick's up there. Is that what I'm seeing there, Kel?
Brick's up there.
Brick
Oh,
is
no.
up there. As you go up and you're like, is that P? It starts to move.
No.
Oh man.
No. I should have attacked the wetness.
Eyes open.
Why didn't you attack the wetness?
I should have. I shouldn't have been making japes.
We need bounty towels.
I'm gonna need some initiative. As the wetness on the floor moves, so does the statue in the corner.
What?
Wait, where's
Oh
the
no.
corner?
The corner is over.
Please, not as soon as we entered. That'd be unfortunate.
Nope, it's way over there.
Hey, okay, we got
Yeah,
time.
It's way over there. But yeah, the wetness starts to move. I'll let you guys roll initiative while I go grab something real quick. I'll be back.
Natural 20 over here for Urath.
There you go.
Reed's not looking too good.
Uh-oh.
Krieg never looks good.
Dare you?
Fortunately, I have
Gimpy.
very good wisdom. Dr. Brick is a very well-rounded character.
Yeah, he is. He dishes out damage. He heals himself. He can heal other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell me about some initiative, boys. Dr. Brick.
25.
Woohoo! Jeremy Wave.
22.
Wow, very good, guys. Double Main.
24.
Y'all doing really good today. The stay at the hotel must have really done a number.
Dude, it was a 4-star.
It was that continental breakfast.
I know, man. You ate it all before they could steal it back from you and throw it in the trash.
It was all cheese Danish.
It's all cheese.
Krieg.
Geez, Danish does not agree with Krieg because that was a natural 3 on the die.
Oh,
13.
13. And Urath.
Nabbed a natural 20 for a 29.
Ooh. Wow. All right. Urath going first, as you might have expected.
Right. Seeing that we might have to divide our forces here, Orath is going to step up in front of the main group here and start to approach this statue that has started moving. Let me get my measuring tool out here. Probably get to there. Okay. He's going to move to here. Can I double move to him? Let me see. Can I reach that far? Let's see.
I was
Oh yeah, I can. I will double move to him.
Don't barbarians have like increased move speed or something?
Nah,
It's a feat, yeah.
Okay.
So he's gonna double move up to him, and he is going to swing it at it. Let's see what we got here. He's just like, I'm not taking any chances.
It was a friendly statue.
Right, that's gonna be 26 to hit.
26 to hit the statue. That is a hit.
Nice. That is gonna be 18 points of damage
Alrighty.
as he whacks this thing up the side of the head with his great club.
Yeah. Alright, is that the end of Urath's turn?
That will be the end of Earth's turn. Yeah.
Got it. Alright. After that, it comes to Dr. Brick.
Dr. Brick looks at the puddle of pee come up, and he's all too predictable as his fists begin to glow, and he unleashes a flurry of blows.
Ooh.
24.
24 against the ooze is a hit.
And a 20.
That is also a hit.
All right, so this is gonna do lots of damage because I'm doing a key strike.
Yes.
Awful rolling though.
Ugh.
Oh God. Oh God, only 21 damage. I rolled awful.
Oh man.
Only 21 damage.
Yeah, on 66 plus 6.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
unfortunate.
Rolled a lot of ones.
Yeah, I can
A
tell.
lot of ones. So that's 2 actions, and then with my last action, I will climb up this wall.
All right.
So I'm on the wall. You're never gonna get me, Jake, because I remembered I had that feat.
So he comes up, whoop, whoop, woo, and then runs. All right. Dobermane.
Alright. Dividing the forces, so Doublemane is going to take a stride action here. And open his mouth. Oh god, this is a terrible idea. I'm thinking about it because everything's made out of wood.
Yep, a lot of wood.
Who cares? It's not our wood.
That is true, it's not our wood.
It's not our wood.
We can just
Until, we
leave.
find the deed to this building in the basement.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Inside the statue is the deed. Actually, not moving yet. Can roll a knowledge check on this small slime?
Yeah, on the slime on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
What would it be? Nature.
It's occultism.
Yeah, I believe I have. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Shit. Actually, no, I don't have occultism.
Oh.
So I can't roll a check on it. Crap.
Can you roll crafting for oozes?
I think if they are alchemical in nature, yeah. This one strictly just says occultism.
Okay.
I know that there are some oozes that are like made from alchemy.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But,
in the one Pathfinder Society thing that we did, the oozes that you fought in the hallway, they were from alchemical stuff. So I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So he can't do a knowledge check at all on these. So he is going to then do the stride action here and channel. He is. See, here's the issue I'm gonna have here. So he's going to. His staff glows for a moment, and he just palms the top of it and pulls out like a ball of fire, and he just like lobs it at it.
All right.
and rolls a spell attack. 26.
That beat its AC of 14.
Good. Not a crit, I guess, but so that's a produce flame. I think it's just a 1d4 plus 4.
No, it's heightened. It's 3d4 plus 4.
3d4 plus 4.
Your
Got it.
cantrips are automatically heightened and you're level 5.
Really?
Yes.
That is baller. Okay. So that's 9 plus 4. So 13 points of fire damage.
13 points of fire damage to the ooze.
And since it can't be crit, whatever. So that's it.
Maybe one day you'll find that very, very sliver.
The ooze that gets crit.
The ooze that gets crit. It's just a ooze with a heart in it. Like, go for the heart.
I mean,
the Legend of
I'm
Zelda
sure
boss.
that exists.
All right. After Dopamine, Jeremy.
So Jeremy is seeing that the big man up north's got the mechanical thing in hand. Jeremy is going to hunt prey on the ooze and get that free recall knowledge.
Okay then.
19.
It was a DC 19. Look at you getting right on
Yes.
the mark for these. So you look under the table. I mean, you're small. You're just kind of. This is a gray ooze. These dangerous oozes are the bane of any who travel through swamps, marshes, or damp caves, easily masquerading as pools of clear water or patches of wet stone. Gray oozes lie in wait for unwary victims to reach down for a drink or to step in what appears to be a puddle, this time pee, then lash out with a whip-like pseudopods to ensnare and consume their hapless prey. What would you like to know about the gray ooze?
I want to know if it splits when attacked by a certain amount.
So I'll just give you, I'll give you like defensive stuff. It does not split. However, it does have resistance 5 to slashing and piercing.
Okay.
So it won't split, but you'll deal less damage.
Hey, it's good. It's a win.
Yeah. Put your club away next time, buddy.
Jeremy, seeing that it's an ooze and then hunting it, is going to drop his bow, take out his newly sanded and I'm guessing varnished pew leg.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And is gonna go up to it. I'm gonna be literally under the table. I'm gonna walk under the table. So
Okay.
You're just trying to kill your character, Tim. I see it.
I'm gonna whack it.
Swap.
Whack. Yeah, I hit.
Okay.
It's 19 on the die. Right, let's see what we got here. Oh, out of the box. No, that was in the box. 9 points of damage.
Hey, look at that.
That's good.
You go over
Okay,
and
so-
swat it, and you hit it like if you slapped a bowl of Jello.
All right, and that is my turn.
All right.
Take
Jeremy,
that.
filled with anger from all these things resisting his weapons, goes up and smacks it. It is the wood creature's turn.
What? What was that?
I'm sorry, what?
So it is. Let's see. What does it want to do? Oh man, I had a reaction I could have done. That's fun. It's just gonna swing at it, Urath. How about that?
Fair enough.
So it is going to swing out with its wooden fist. 35 to hit.
That's a
Damn.
crit.
It's a crit.
Or no. Wait, 35. Is it? What's crit again? Is it
Plus
10
10
plus
over.
your-
10 plus 10? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's crit.
That's a crit.
Oh my.
That is 20 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's okay too, Wrath. He's good.
Uh, so, it after punching you, it then opens up its chest. And
Okay.
oh wait, let me see if it would actually do this. Hold on. All right, so yeah, it is going to open up its chest, and you see there's barbs, and they just shoot out, and it makes and it's going to make an attack on you, Urath, and one at Jeremy as he is under the table.
Okay.
Oh no, Jeremy.
Yeah, the creature makes up to four splinter strikes, each against a different target. So it only gets 2 out of the 4. First one at you, Urath, is 25.
That'll hit.
All right. You take 15 points of piercing damage.
Woo.
And the next one, that is a 20 to hit you there, Timbo.
Jeremy laughs.
It hits the table just above you. Shink. All right, after the wooden statue's turn, it comes to the Great Ooze. Great Ooze is not liking how you gave it a solid spanking there, Timbo. And it's going to reach out with its pseudopod and try to hit you. First attack, plus 13 to this bad boy. 27 total.
Yeah, that is.
All right. So, I'm going to tell you, there's 3 parts to this damage.
What?
Bludgeoning, 10 points of bludgeoning damage, 3 points of acid,
Oh God.
and you are grabbed.
There
Oh.
you go.
What?
Gotcha.
And then it is going to spend its next 2 actions to constrict.
Oh no.
So you're flat-footed.
When you constrict, you don't have to make an attack roll. It's just like the
Oh, yeah. I guess not.
Does he automatically grab?
Let me look up grab. It's been a minute since we've done this. So grab. The monster's last action with a successful strike lists grab in the damage entry, or it is a creature grabbed with using this action. In fact, the monster automatically grabs the target until the end of the monster's next turn. So you are grabbed.
Damn.
So it is going
boy.
to you do its next 2 actions to constrict. The monster deals the listed amount of damage to any number of creatures grabbed or restrained by it. I'm glad they listed that out nicely. Thank you, Paizo. All right. So, it is going to do 1d6 bludgeoning plus 1d6 acid. So, the first constrict. 6 points of damage.
Are you kidding me?
Second constrict. 6 points of damage.
I mean, that's not terrible. It's middle, but...
Yeah. But funny enough, my rolls were 5-1, 1-5.
Oh, okay.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, Krieg, you see Jeremy go under, and then all of a sudden you hear ah! As you're pretty sure he's getting pummeled and swallowed by this ooze.
Yeah, you hear a whine.
Yeah.
This dog don't hunt.
Yeah. I don't like this.
I mean, might as well just put him out of his misery, just fireball.
Yeah. I am going to move over to where I can see it with Doblemain. I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to hex it with Elemental Betrayal. And once again scream, "Fuel for your fires, Doblemain!"
Yes, certainly. Thank you.
I'll take increased damage from fire.
All right. When
Nice.
that comes up, I want you to make sure it happens.
Yeah.
All right. Krieg is setting up for some awesome elemental damage. Urath, it is your turn.
Utherath taking that natural 20 to the noggin, kind of reels back, and you just hear him go. You know, you get hit, and you kind of suck in air. You're just like,
Oh yeah.
and then you just, you're gonna regret that. And he's gonna rage. So I gotta adjust my AC, add some temporary hit points.
I didn't realize the natural 20 do each should have gotten a card.
Yeah. Oh, I should have gotten a card.
It wasn't a 20.
It was just
Oh, that's right. It was just a regular crit. That's right.
Okay.
it's just a regular crit.
Just a regular crit. So, okay, so his AC drops by 2. All right, and he is going to, with his other 2 actions, attack this thing even harder. All right, first attack going out. 29 to hit.
That is it.
All right. 14 plus rage. 20 points of damage.
Ooh. Owie. All right.
And second go. It's going to be a miss with a 13.
Yes, that is. Yep, that is a miss.
All right.
Okay then. Let's go to Dr. Brick.
Dr. Brick will leap down from the wall and flank this creature and unleash a flurry of blows. Natural 1.
Oh,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Natural 1, then a natural 18. So one of these will hit unless the card screws me.
That's the card
Knocks you on the ground or something. Yeah.
punch Jeremy Wade right in the face.
Yeah, I punch through the ooze and I break Jeremy's nose.
Imagine Jeremy's like trying to examine the ooze. He's got his face right up in it. The fish just comes straight through.
Yeah, let's see what horrible thing happens to me.
It's like punching through cellophane.
Out of position. You can't use his attack until the end of your next turn.
Damn.
So I don't get my
You
second
don't-
attack.
Oh my god, no.
Oh,
Well,
it breaks the heart.
oh boy.
Great.
Hate to see it
cool.
happen.
Fun. So the monkey can't punch.
But can he kick?
I do have claws.
Oh yeah, you can just use your. You know, I guess that works actually.
It is a separate unarmed
It is
attack
a
with
separate-
different damage die.
Yeah, it is a separate attack. So. Martial arts are no good here. Shink.
But I'm already on
He
my...
scuffs his knuckles. He's like, that kind of hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
Fingers.
it's slashing though, so that's stupid. And
Yeah.
my last attack, I'm going to instead attempt to aid in Jeremy's escape.
No, leave me. I'm fine.
I will aid you because that is what I chose.
I guess a doctor, run away. I am trained with these beasts. I will unwrangle myself.
I already made my decision.
He's trained with ooze.
Dog.
Discovery Channel.
So, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna roll some athletics to try to aid him.
All right.
Natural 20.
Well,
There you go.
I get a plus.
You'll take his help whether you like it or not.
you see the helpiest hand you've ever seen before.
You get a +2 to whatever you do to escape.
All right. After Brick realizing his hands just don't work anymore, it comes to Doberman.
Okay, so Doublemane, he is going to. Well, he can't do an AoE, can he? Nope, he cannot.
Nope. No, well,
Um,
you could.
I mean, yes. That might get a little hot. He is going to. Shit, just do Produce Flame again. And lob another fireball. Wow, it's a 28.
Amazing.
Crit. I wish, so that'd be 3D. Come on. 10 points of damage. Fire
Plus
damage.
3.
Plus 3, so 13 points of damage.
13.
Okay,
Alright.
that actually was, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
The
good.
actual plus 3 actually works pretty well.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
thought it was a plus 2 or something, but yeah.
If I'm pretty sure it's heightened now that I'm level. I thought it was just like base level, but now if we're level 5, I'm pretty sure it's heightened.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
All right, so you actually, with that, you start to see it dwindle. It looks to be barely holding itself together and holding Jeremy Wave now.
Finish it off, Krieg.
Jeremy, it is your turn.
Or Jeremy first.
Don't call out to finish it off. Despite being grabbed, he is gonna give it a whack because the club is a single-handed weapon. Alright, let's do it. And I did it. 9 points damage.
9 points of damage. You swing your club wildly, and it seems to drop its grip.
Yes.
Yes, I don't know how Jeremy gets the final strike on these oozes. Given
Every time.
I said Krieg will finish him off.
so, being emboldened by slaying this beast,
He can challenge the world.
he's gonna run up to this boy.
Oh no, no.
Make sure you block all of the access for us throw spells.
Oh yeah. He's gonna take another swing. Let's do it.
My God.
I think this is. 19.
A 19 against this creature is a miss.
Wow. All right.
You go up, and it just goes clunk across its.
I mean, my AC is 20, so
Huh.
That is all for Jeremy.
All right. To Jeremy saving himself and taking another swing, it comes to the wood statue's turn. Pretty mad that this this big orc in front of him is swinging at him. He's just gonna go all for you, buddy.
All right.
All
Braces for impact.
First attack, swings out with a wooden fist. 31 total.
Jesus.
All right, that's a regular hit.
Regular hit. That is 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack, 28.
28 will hit. Yep.
Okay. That is for 21 points of damage.
Good lord. All right.
Last one is a 12, unfortunately. Roll pretty
That
low.
is gonna miss. That's gonna miss.
Pretty low on the last one.
Yeah.
But
That's
Mhm.
unfortunate.
two solid hits. All right.
Whew.
After that, it would be the Ooze's turn, but it is now just a pile of pee. Krieg, your turn.
well, I'm going to move up onto this table here. I can't hit it. Well, at least not with a regular spell. I cast Magic Missile. Oh, well, shit, I moved. What's Magic Missile's range? I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh, that's a good question.
I thought it had a pretty long range.
I thought it's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
thought it was like sight based, pretty much. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
120 feet. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh yeah.
I do not move. I stay where I was, and I use all 3 of my actions to send 3 magic missiles at this giant wooden asshole.
Okay, so you.
Hit him right in the asshole.
He was created with an asshole.
So you shoot the magic missiles, and they sort of just go whoop, whoop, whoop into him.
Now damage.
Nothing.
Unfortunately.
Aw,
What?
man.
Hmm.
Wait, magic missile didn't hit it?
Oh, it hit it.
It always hits.
He's immune.
This is getting bad.
You have knowledge. You want to do? Oh no, you moved, didn't you?
No, I didn't move.
Oh.
What
Oh,
kind
you
of
didn't.
knowledge?
You want to
No,
do knowledge? Either Arcana or crafting.
I'm pretty good at both those.
Yeah.
Hey, John used all three.
Yeah,
gra-
you're right. You're right. I can't do that.
Well, if you just did magic missile though, would you?
I did use all three of my actions to cast.
Oh, you did a 3 action. Okay, I gotcha. All right. After that, it is Ura's turn.
All right. Yeah, he's just in a complete blood rage at this point. He's just pissed and he's just roaring at this thing as he's going to go full attack back at him here.
All right.
All right, first roll. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a 32 to hit.
That is a hit.
Not a critical. All right.
Nope.
That's going to be 17 plus rage will be a 23. So 23 altogether.
23 damage.
Yep, 23 on
right.
the first hit.
So I'm gonna do something that I forgot to do last time.
Oh God.
So it has a reaction called Splinter. Trigger is the wood creature.
God.
Wooden golem takes physical damage. The effect is a jagged, sizable splinter of wood lances out at the golem's attacker. The golem makes a splinter strike against an adjacent creature without triggering reactions.
Okay.
So it is going to just make a single splinter strike against you.
Okay.
A 2 on the die for an 18 total. I imagine that misses.
Jeez.
That is going to miss.
All right.
All right. Is that all right? So second attack here.
Yep.
All right. That's only going to be a 21.
That is a miss.
Boo. All right. And last attack, 9. So gonna miss the other 2.
All right. You get a good hit in.
Mm-hmm.
I will say when you did hit it, you hit it pretty hard, but it does seem to resist some of this damage you're hitting with it.
Okay. All right.
Dr. Brick.
Dr. Brick comes closing in with crazy monk speed. And will start a punching. 22?
That is a miss.
Yeah, shit roll. God, what a shit roll. No, I missed. Both of them. God, garbage rolls.
I thought this creature would be fine. I didn't think he'd be unhittable.
I mean, I rolled a 9 and a 10 on the die. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Poop. Wait. I still got another action. I want to try to aid Urath on his next attack.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
So I mean, you can set the DC to what I would be to aid him, but I basically want to make some sort of unarmed attack that will open up this thing's defenses a little bit.
All right.
So I'm just gonna do an unarmed attack to try to aid Urath.
Just imagine him like hook kicking the guy's hand to the wall or something,
Yeah.
like pinning him there.
23. Or would I use my multiple? I don't know if would I use my multiple attack penalty on that?
I don't think so because the intention is not to.
Yeah.
is not
24
negative.
then. 24.
That does it. So you aid.
So you'll get a plus
nice.
1. You'll get a +1 on your next attack, Urath.
+1. Love it.
All right. After Dr. Brick, Dopamine.
So once again, Surrounded. First, using a move action to get on the table, I guess.
All right.
Which should be enough movement to get up here. I don't know, like if I have to do a climb check or anything.
No, it's a table.
It's a table. So he's gonna move up to here, and so if I'm gonna make a spell attack roll, I'll be taking negatives. The hit.
Yeah, because they're in melee.
Is that like a -4 or something, or?
No, I'm pretty
Well,
sure
it's just cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
it's to his AC. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry.
Oh, cool. So he's gonna once again create another flame, mode of flame, and hurl it at this thing. And 16 on a die plus 11, so 27.
27. That hits.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. He's like, it is wood. It will burn. My logic. 7. Oh, that's on the floor. Shoot. 13 points of fire damage.
13 points of fire damage. Hold on one second. Boop, 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 boop. As you hit it with the fire seems to do pretty goddamn well, actually.
I figured.
As it sort of engulfs it for an additional 18.
Oh.
Yo.
Ooh.
Whoa. Okay.
We should have sent the barbarian to the ooze and me.
Right. We should have flipped it.
Well, like I completely forgot he said it was a wood thing in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, the ooze. But now he's like, oh, it's a wood statue. I was half expecting him to say like, oh, it catches on fire and explodes for like a 20d6 or something.
All right. Doubleman has the right idea with some fire. Jeremy, what do you want to do?
Jeremy is gonna hunt this golem.
He's right there. You don't have to. He's just.
It's like, I'm here, guys.
All right, what knowledge do I get to roll?
You can do Arcana or Crafting.
Arcana it is.
Shit, I gotta roll that.
Jeremy. 20.
Not sure. Looks like a wooden statue swinging at you.
Well, I'm still hunting the prey. So I'm gonna go ahead and whack it.
All right.
It's whack.
Whack.
That's more like a 27.
That hits. Yeah.
Whether or not any of this damage will get through, we'll find out.
Maybe.
Probably not. 4 points of damage.
Nope. Doesn't go through.
I just whack it. It was like, I'm just hitting
Clock.
nothing.
See, I was just waiting for Jeremy to kill it and take. Like, yes, I killed another one.
I am unstoppable.
Freaking Doubleman in the back. Like, what?
Feeling like he didn't really do anything, Jeremy is actually going to. Pretty sure he was right. Where he's gonna go back there and gonna be poised.
All right. Okay, it is the wooden statue's turn. Let's see. What does he want to do?
Oh boy.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me get out my measuring jam. It's 5, 30.
Wait, what?
Yep. Okay. Sounds good enough to me. He is going to do his splinter volley. So he is going to. The creature makes up to 4 splinter strikes against each target. These attacks don't count towards the wood. Don't count toward the wood statue's multiple attack penalty, but the multiple attack penalty doesn't increase until after the wood golem makes all of its attacks. So 4 attacks coming out, all at plus 16 to hit.
Well,
Oh yeah. Going against
I'm
Urath
hit.
first. 18 to hit. What a natural 2.
God, I could have used that one.
Missed. He
Uh,
missed.
Missed him.
Missed the giant barbarian.
I know. Next attack on Dr. Brick for 29.
Yep.
All right. That is 19 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Wait. Sorry. 11. And it calculated a +8 in already. 11.
Okay. Left owie, but still out.
Yep. Next one going to Doberman. Sitting nicely on top of the table. 25 total.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep. 12 points of damage.
Okay. Not the worst.
And last one going to Jeremy as he runs away with his tail between his legs. 27.
Yeah, that is.
You take 13 points of piercing damage. And, I mean, it's only a 2-action thing. What else could he possibly try to do?
Punch.
I'm about to get punched, aren't I?
Yeah. You know why? Because you didn't take the splinter. Now you're gonna get punched.
I imagine he did the crunk like up against the wall. You're like, ah! Like that's all the splinters go by, and he just tries to punch me in the head.
Look, only a 16 total. Nothing.
Damn.
Oh,
nice.
sweet.
Nothing.
Dodging.
Yep. Well, yeah. Remember, because it said the multiple attack penalty didn't do it for those 4
Right.
attacks, but then it's a really low
Mhm.
class swing.
Oh, okay.
After the wood golem, Krieg.
Really, is it finally my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Finally.
I will join my brother on the table, seeing that he has been hit. Doberman! And I shoot a ball of flame at it.
Yes.
Where's my D20? I
What is
lost
it?
my D20. There it is. I mean, that was it's only a 15.
No, that is a miss.
Yeah.
Just scorches the back wall.
All right, that was my turn. I'll be back in another hour.
All right. Urath, it is your turn.
All right, swing away. Here we go.
Okay, or else I'll kill it.
Got my +1 from Kelly. All right, so that's gonna be 25 to hit.
That hits.
Yes.
Sweet. For a massive 30 points of damage.
Damn.
Oh.
That was max damage. That was
Nice.
2d12. That was
30
2d12.
points, Jesus.
Damn. Yeah. All right. So it goes down to -7 even after the resistance as you
Hell yeah.
crush it under,
Oh
under your tits.
yes. So yeah. So Kelly, you like lock him up and give me just a perfect swing, and I just imagine he just like knocks his head off
Smash
with
it
the bat.
into the wall.
Yeah. Hell
What
yeah.
was what was the wood guy from Tekken?
Oh.
Yo.
Mokujin.
Nice.
Yeah, but Mokujin. Yeah, I imagine this thing like Mokujin. He just fucking swings and just plows people. Yeah.
Dude's reaction was like, well, like, yeah, the like reaction to Splinter Volley, like that could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really wishing that I had remember that one earlier. I'm so obsessed with all of his resistances because there's a million of them on him. But
How's Urath doing?
Urath kind of comes down from his rage. He's like, and there's just like a giant there's just bruises on his chest. He's like, I've been better.
I'll just immediately start going to work on him.
Took out about 2/3 of his health there.
That is a terrifying wooden
Oh.
statue.
Yeah. Right?
Another natural 20 on the medicine check.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
You get 30 hit points back on that.
Ooh.
Yo, nice. Thank you. That's amazing.
Rick take any damage? He did take a little. Did anybody else take any? How's Jeremy doing?
Doctor, I have sustained substantial wounds. You seem.
So Jake,
All right, I get you too.
And Doberman took like 12 damage, I think.
can I make a Arcana check to try to figure out, even though it's dead, what this thing was?
You may go right ahead.
22 for Jeremy.
Yes.
27.
27. A wood golem, as I misspoke earlier. Wood golems are often given vaguely humanoid shapes, almost as if cobbled together from scraps of firewood and discarded burls. It's less common for wood golems to have artistic embellishments, such as engraved patterns, or to be carved in the shapes of different types of creatures to meet the taste of their owners. So this one looks to be, like I said, it literally just looks like a wooden statue. Like you might put armor on or something like that. Since we're out of it, I'll just rate off some fun stuff. So you know about the splinter volley. You know about the reaction that it had when it took damage. It would splinter. Let me read some fun things. So immunities. Are you ready for this fucking list?
Oh, this should be good.
Oh, yeah.
Bleed, death effects, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued, healing, magic.
Whoa! Wait, just general magic?
It does go into it in a minute, and I'll get to that.
Okay. Because I was about to say, then.
No, it's specific. Mental,
Okay.
necromancy, non-lethal attacks, paralyzed, poisoned, sickened, unconscious, resistance, physical 5, except adamantine, which
Damn.
I'm sure none of you have.
No.
So under golem, under the golem's anti-magic, it has harmed by fire. So it takes 4d8 additionally, and then 2d6 from areas or persistent damage. It is
Damn.
healed by plants, and it is slowed by earth.
Huh.
It is also,
Okay.
ironically, and not ironically, but it's a neat thing, vulnerable to the shape wood spell.
Ooh.
That's
Oh, that's
cool.
brilliant.
A wood
Wait.
golem. Do what?
Are you telling me that it was not immune to precision damage?
No, precision damage is not in this list.
Weird.
Damn.
Rolled a 1d8 for precision damage.
Oh.
I literally just didn't say because I'm just like, he's probably immune.
I don't blame you for not saying it. I mean,
That's
Yeah.
what you get. That's what you get for metagaming, bitch.
So vulnerable to wood shape says a wood golem targeted by wood shape takes 2d8 damage per spell level.
Damn.
With a
Dang.
with a basic fortitude save against the caster's spell DC, on a critical failure, the golem is also immobilized for 1d4 rounds.
Yo.
So it's a pretty neat creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just love the fact all of these immunities, and then it's like, but if you hit it with fire, as Doberman did, just lights up. Just.
The funny thing is, as soon as we got into the room and you mentioned the statue, I didn't get a chance to, but like, because the puddle on the floor, obviously.
Yeah, it's a bit more.
But I was
interesting.
like,
Right.
I saw the statue and I was like, maybe I should do a religion check, and I want to get closer to it. I'm so glad that the slime activated, because I was like, oh, Doberman will inspect it.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
fuck. You know, just.
Just go.
So, that means they have an invisible stalker, a wooden golem, and this strange ooze. This is a very strange shot, my friends. An interesting painting.
Well, this ooze was probably the former receptionist who wasn't at her post.
Stock her pay.
By the way, double mean you get 23 HP.
Ooh, thank you. Back to max.
All right, so you guys are all healed up, and you realize what the creature that you just fought, and this place has some defenses. It is not what you expected out of a trading company.
Mhm.
So
They're on holiday.
I do after that long combat. I do want to remind you that so all of the tables and the chairs and stuff like that, and there looks to be a large map spread across the table.
Right.
I will inspect the map.
Yeah, while he's inspecting the map, Doctor, can you see to these wounds too?
Yeah.
and he to some other rooms.
Yeah, I could spend another 10 minutes on you.
All right. So after spending all this time and looking at the map, it is clear. The map it indicates the city of Kibwe, where you are, and the ruined city of Holy Zatramba, which is approximately 140 miles away.
Oh,
And it looks to be that there is a old road highlighted connecting the two cities. So
Jesus.
there was some meeting going on about the ruined city of Holy Zatramba.
You get another 25 HP there, Timbo.
Phew. I'm good.
Well, seems a deal soured. War is still in effect. We don't know yet.
That's true. Maybe they allocated all of their resources to get there.
Nothing like
Maybe.
breaking up a meeting, then turning into a slime probably midway through.
I think-
Someone turns into a slime and someone goes, "God damn it, there could have been an email."
Well, however, I think the perils in this place are likely far from over. I think we should proceed with caution.
Yes. Yes, makes sense. Ulrath, or I don't know who would be percepting, I guess. Because there it looks like there's a little door here and double door there.
Yeah. So
Oh,
there are two doors. There's the one. They're both facing going east. There's the one to the top, which is just a single door, and then there's a double door. I will tell you that where you guys were where you guys were before with the courtyard, it doesn't line up just right. So you think that this is a room in between the courtyard and this room.
Okay. I was thinking it was like a hallway, just like a large hallway.
Yeah, Jeremy will listen at the door.
Sorry, I should tell you this. As you pick up the map, you look and you see a feather token on underneath of it.
Okay.
Yep.
I would like to roll to identify that.
All right.
Arcana.
Yeah, it's Arcana.
26.
Yeah, 26 will get you there. So the feather token, this looks to be, this is so there's different kinds. This is the fan feather token. 15 gold piece worth. Activating this feather requires you to fan it in a given direction, almost like the Deku leaf from Wind Waker. If this direction is towards the sail of a vessel, the feather flutters up towards the sail and fans continuously, filling the sail with air and granting the vessel a plus 10 foot circumstance bonus to its speed for 8 hours.
Damn.
Cool.
That's cool.
If fanned in any other direction, it instead produces a single casting of Gust of Wind.
Oh.
Oh,
We're in the middle of a jungle. What on godly earth would we ever use that for?
Strange. Maybe it'll come up.
wow.
And that is select a character specifically for athletics and acrobatics. I'm not drowning. Not drowning.
I'll never drown.
Now, this is a curious little bauble. Well, and he just pockets it. Maybe it will aid us.
Yeah, the thing that you get a Gust of Wind spell out of it is pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but
Is it
the
used to-
8-hour thing is way cooler.
Really cool.
All right, so after you look at that, which door do you want to go to?
Jeremy's really into this double doors here.
Mhm.
The double doors.
Double.
Everyone else feeling that too?
Yeah.
Okay. You open up the double doors. This looks to be a storeroom. Several sturdy shelves hold a variety of crates, urns, barrels, and boxes. A double door leads west to where you are, and 2 double doors lead east. And you can see through the slats in those doors that goes to the courtyard.
Oh.
There we are.
Ah, there we are. Oh, cool.
So yeah, you guys see that it looks to be just a storeroom.
Perception.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a perception check while I move you all over.
Take it.
And just so no stone is left unturned, I will do so, but my arcane eye will be open.
Ah, excellent.
Ooh, that's quite nice.
32 perception.
Ooh.
Better than mine.
So with that solid perception check, as you are looking around, so you find there are 8 narrow wooden boxes are stacked on some of the shelves. 7 contain sticks of cinnamon and are worth 15 gold pieces each.
Whoa.
And the last box holds a vial containing what you've seen a moderate healing potion before.
All right. Cool.
So yeah, you find that in the boxes, but there are a bunch of other containers. So if you, there's clearly a storeroom where they kept a lot of neat stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, there's crates, urns, barrels in the boxes, which we talked about.
Now,
Urath kind of asks, he's like, do you mind if I take the potion?
By all means.
He just kind of takes it and just kind of uncorks it with his teeth and just down the gullet.
Oh, I could have just healed you again.
Oh. Well, do you catch him before he does that? You could probably stop him if you see him doing it.
Yeah, I didn't realize you weren't that down, so.
Yeah, I'm like still 64 of 95.
Ooh.
Yeah, you took a ton of damage.
I took a mess of damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Take the potion. I failed the healing check anyway.
Okay. What kind of healing potion? Just a regular one, or was it?
It was
Mod.
a moderate,
Okay, got it. Okay.
which is 3d8 plus 10.
Okay, 3 plus 10.
Roll well.
What a 5 on the healing check. So I'm either rolling net 20s or I'm rolling.
27. That's not terrible.
That's good.
does my magical eye spot anything?
You do no, you do not sense any magic.
I close it.
For the potion running down Urgath's throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have been a waste.
What are you down, Urath?
I'm only down 5 now. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing better now.
If my mental map of this place is right, this should lead us to our little courtyard, I say.
Yep, that is correct. You guys actually, you open up the door and you're in the courtyard.
And there's a visible stalker.
Ah!
Shit.
God, no.
Close the doors.
No,
Round 2, fight.
as you, if you go into the courtyard, actually nothing happens.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
There is that door that we passed in the previous room. Oh, does that just lead probably right here?
Of course, Jeremy's going the wrong way.
Jeremy, come back!
Yeah, you guys want to go to the north door from the courtyard?
Yep.
All right. So you actually, as you go up and you try to jiggle the handle, it appears to be locked.
Ooh.
Job.
So since the handle is locked, Jeremy will step up, be like,
Wait,
try out.
I have a key.
And he just kind of is like, all right.
The doctor tries the key.
Chick.
Ooh!
Nice.
Yay!
No way.
So you open the door.
Get on the floor.
Open the door. Get on the floor.
I did not see that coming.
Ah. Storeroom.
Yep, looks to be another storeroom. Let me read the flavor text. Draperies of fine cloth, large teak chest bursting with clothing, and fine furniture are all stored in this vault. Empty manacles bolted to the north wall indicate that this chamber might have also had other, more brutal uses.
Manacles, eh?
Urath looks around and goes, nice.
There was pain here. I like pain.
Feel right at home here.
I rolled a 16 for perception to look at this room.
Perceiving. So. Actually, let me see if you would even know this. So you find what looks to be like. How do I say this without straight up giving it away? It looks to be like very specific, like family, like crest and stuff like that. It looks to be like there's a bunch of like valuables, like connected to some particular family or group or something like that. Anybody who sees it, go ahead and make me a society check.
Trained or untrained, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just make me a society check, see if you might know it.
24.
With my untrained 0, I rolled a natural 20. I don't know what that means.
I don't.
Just give it to him. Just give it to him.
Urath is surprisingly cultured in this
yeah,
area.
Exactly. Like, seriously, like he's from the jungle. Like, I don't know how he would know this.
I don't know how you would know the Chalaxian noble family called Altairs. But they all died of a nasty plague about 2 months ago.
Oh.
This looks to be all of their stuff. On a critical success, which you got, you realize that these valuables are much too distinctive to sell in Keyway. So it's almost like they have them, but they probably wouldn't be able to actually sell them.
I imagine Urath is just like describing this in great detail to all of us, and we're all just very confused why he knows this. And he's like, I read it in the one book I've read.
He's like, I was riding a ferry coming over from the jungle, and the ferryman wouldn't shut up about it. I don't know why it was such a big deal, but he had a very large amount of information about it, and he just kept talking to me. He's no longer with us.
So
Oh God.
the second he starts describing this noble house, I cast detect magic on all the items.
Detect magic on the items. Well, they look to be like very important. However, it doesn't. Nothing screams out
No,
magical though. But while we're here, what were your perception checks, by the way?
Oh, I don't think I even rolled mine.
Yeah,
Mine was-
make me some perception checks while you're.
Mine was a garbage 16.
22?
Not 22.
Not 22.
18.
So 22. I don't know why Urath is just killing it today.
He's on it.
With
His
just
room.
He's like,
random-
You
oh,
look
I
back.
know this.
You look back. He's wearing like a Sherlock Holmes hat.
He was on a
Argyle
ferry for
sweater.
hours, and that knowledge is paying off.
In that book, or that ferrymaster apparently told him that there are secret rooms sometimes in
Oh.
buildings.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
And you see 2 secret doors.
2.
One
Oh,
to the-
2. I found 2.
One
Oh
to
my
the
gosh.
east, one to the west.
It's like, over here. And over there.
Cool.
So let me put you guys in here. Where do you where do you want to go?
I'd say left first and right. So, yeah.
So you said the items in this room, they just can't be sold, or?
It's just, they're too distinctive. Trying to sell
Oh, the heat.
noble
Yeah.
family stuff as just like random stuff. Like
Frowned upon.
they would be like, "How the hell did you get this?" You guys are even confused how this trading company got a royal family's like personal effects. Like it makes no sense
Right.
to you.
It'd basically be too hot to sell then, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
yeah. It's oddly suspicious that all this is here, just stored.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I got
guess if you're trying to sell it, bringing it all the way the fuck down here would be your best bet.
Yeah. But still, with a family that well known, the people would be like,
Sure.
excuse you?
Not touching it.
Yeah, right. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Wear gloves. You don't want to be suspect.
You just scrape off the symbol. You're fine.
All right, so we knocking on the secret door.
You open up the secret door. It slides open, and it reveals
Gelatinous cube.
an office.
Huh.
How mysterious.
Oh.
Oh.
In this office, the office is elegantly appointed with a large rosewood desk and a leather chair. A strange, greasy fog surrounds the desk in thin wisp. A wide bookshelf stands against the west wall next to the room's only door. Well, only apparent door.
So you said, say it again. There was a wisp of fog.
A strange, greasy fog surrounds the desk in thin wisps.
So Urath immediately just shuts the door, and then turns around and looks at us. All right, two things. It's an office, and there's definitely some more ooze shenanigans going on in this room as well. Do we want to go in here?
So if he describes this to me, can I make a check?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
What kind?
It would be occultism for one.
God
Oh,
damn.
Crack.
I'm really-
He just
I'm really
cracks
good
the
at that.
door enough for you to peek in.
24.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm very good at that.
You're not sure.
Dang.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh no. It's the boss ooze.
Well, it's nothing I've ever heard of before, but I hadn't heard of. Well,
You said it was just occultism?
Yep.
Damn.
do we just check the other hidden door and see what's in there?
Yeah, let's make sure this door is
Open up-
closed.
Open up every
Hey.
door and survey which one looks best.
Wait, can Doberman run do an occultism?
I'm not trained in it.
No.
Jeremy doesn't know either, for the record.
Nobody asked you, Jeremy.
Don't be mean to Jeremy.
He's trying to stand. Just...
Jeremy,
running
go in
around-
there.
He's running around with a pew leg as a club. Nobody cares about what Jeremy wants.
I will also say when you during that last fight when you dropped your bow and picked up the leg and ran towards the cage,
It's so
Krieg actively thought this guy's an idiot.
it's like that's a man that doesn't care about death.
He fears nothing.
He feels nothing.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, what a moron!" Or it's like, "That's a true warrior."
Yeah.
There I saw him charging into the fray with a pew leg.
All right, so you want to check out the other door?
Yeah,
Take a peek in there.
Alrighty.
sneak a peek.
A9. A small wagon, little more than a cart, has been backed up to the west wall of this large room. Double doors stand at the room's east end. An open teak box is overturned in the wagon with a few dark red gemstones scattered around it.
Get paid.
I would also like to instantly reveal.
No.
Oh no!
Blobs.
I'll see you guys next time.
Oh!
Get him, Jeremy.
Do us like that?
Oh, it's gonna be like that, boys.
Oh,
Blobby blob.
I love it.
Oh
I
man.
love it.
Ooh. Oh man.
Jeremy, go get him.
Wonderful.
Get in there, Jeremy. Go get him.
Go get him.
I will definitely. I will definitely.
Go get him,
say
boy.
This was very fun, and Jeremy got to do some stuff. There were some things that he
Yeah.
was able to
Yay.
fight.
Dude, he was able to bash something. Like,
I'll be proud of Jeremy.
I
for
know
his
he's so good.
worthless character. Hey, he can pick locks.
He can pick locks.
Yes.
Yeah.
the fisherman
yes.
can pick locks.
Damn.
Hey, you got to
You
do it
know-
sometimes. You got to do it.
I have
Anyway.
no idea.
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. We will be announcing what we will be coming up next time, and I cannot wait to get into this fight. It is going to be, or the other one, the other door. You never know what's going to happen.
I'm afraid of the other door.
Yeah.
Both of these are so tasty as a GM.
Oh no.
Fireballs. Just fireballs.
Anyway, we will see everyone next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.